gonna fuck the sodomites in the...
Warning, Podcastrophe imminent. Join me, Dick, on a podcast about music, movies, television, all with a taste of metal. This is Podcastrophe.
Nice. Hello and welcome to Podcastrophe episode 30. How is everybody today?
I thought you had a breadstick in that bag.
No, it's just alcohol.
I got fucking alcohol all over my dragon pad.
Way to go.
Did you buy your own microphone?
I bought a microphone from him,
Nice.
Yeah.
but I bought everything else I bought.
I definitely like the way that you're doing this.
Miranda asks, is he vaping?
Vape Squad.
I'm all about them clouds, bro. About them clouds, bro.
He's actually rolling coal, as the young kids call
No,
it.
I'm vaping for now, but that's funny that she would ask that. I'm getting ready to actually go to a non-douchebag vaporizer. So I have lived in the world of douchebag vaping, and I consider this to be douchebag vaping. And
It's all
I was
douchebaggy.
fucking blinded for a very long time, and they have a new thing out called Sauron Air, SUORINAIR. All right, it is the size of 3 fucking credit cards. It delivers 8 times the amount of nicotine, and it actually delivers to you pure nicotine, not the fucking watered down Pentecostal, vegetable, all the other bullshit ingredients. And it actually helps you quit fucking vaping and not look like a douche. So I tip my hat to you. I take my ascot off, but I still drink my micro brew. That rhymed. Did you guys not?
I
Yeah,
dig it.
yeah, I got
was
that.
very
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
That was very nice.
I'm still really upset you didn't have breadsticks in there, because I'm kind of hungry.
I am super starving. I thought about ordering AJ's, but then I got here too early.
Could have just ordered it here.
I'm still thinking about it.
Tyler, how the hell are you?
I'm alright. I had
Yeah.
a pretty shit day.
I had a pretty good day. I was a good day.
You and your Apple Watch that you're not supposed to have.
Yeah. They can fuck off.
Yeah,
They
at least
can
you can
fuck off.
fucking text.
See, I don't text on my watch.
You did me.
I'm gonna
That
start.
one time, yes.
Fucking start. I'm gonna go get one.
An Apple Watch?
I'm gonna do whatever I gotta fucking do, dude.
See, the way I see it, if I wasn't supposed to wear it, I wouldn't have been told, hey, go crater check that.
Right.
So, it's whatever. Yeah, today wasn't bad for me. Last couple days haven't been bad.
I've had a pretty shit week, just like I did last week.
Why?
Sorry.
I get stuck with people that I don't want to work with over and over and over again, and it's the same fucking people all day long. And it's like, hey, here's the schedule. Oh, wait, we've changed the schedule because we're doing something really fucking stupid. So, that's been my day here lately.
That's why. There we go. Hopefully, Nate said he couldn't hear Rolo because I had it set to the interface. So,
Oh shit, Nate who?
Phillips.
What up, Nate Phillips? Journey into Comics, brah.
Look at that waveform. Holy fuck.
Well, it's good to see the founding father. You know,
The Podfather.
the
Podfather, indeed.
Podfather is
You should fucking
amongst
show that
you. The village
group
people
chat.
are terrified.
Here we go. Actually,
Yeah, pull it up on the fucking
yeah, I'll
PC, bro.
I'll
Bro,
do that.
I want to
Your
see these
fucking
comments.
compact Presario.
Jesus.
Do we have any ladies out there that are single that listen to this show?
I'm sure we do. We have people in fucking Japan.
Yeah, what up, Japan? Oh shit, Jennifer Ray Wheeler.
Yeah, everybody, check it out. It's the Podfather.
Clint Chase, Rolo the Destroyer is our good friend Richard
Rolo the
Oladipo.
Aquarius.
Olavich.
Olovich. He's a Polak.
Look at this. Just look at the glory of
Would you just look at
Would
it?
you guys just look at him?
Would you just look at it?
I bet you if the cop was looking at
Oh
it, he
my
wouldn't have hit your
God.
car.
I'm glad we both went into that.
I love that. I love that. That was definitely a 2016 like sealer deck phenomenon.
Would you just look at it?
Would you just look at it?
Well, that's kind of been the theme here lately too, with some of our leadership. But I digress.
I'm not. I can't go into that.
Oh boy, you can't say something.
I
Crazy.
could.
Richard and I could fucking waylay right now, but we're just not going to.
I would leave the sealer deck looking like the first Vietnamese war. Okay, it would just be horrific. All right, because the things that I want to say and that I need to fucking say, and the things that they should do and that they don't do, and the stuff that they bitch about that they shouldn't bitch about, I could go on for a while. Subaru used to be a wholesome fucking place to work to make good money doing absolutely minimum work, and now all of a sudden I am forced to actually do real work, and I am just not happy about this.
It's bullshit. It's un-American.
It's not right, okay? I used to sit on a bucket and make $38 an hour watching for imaginary fires, and now I actually have to pay attention and I can't play Angry Birds anymore? What the fuck is with that? And why haven't they released a new Angry Birds?
That's true.
Fucking not happy about that.
Mr. Clint Chase, shout out to you, dude. He says, I'm single if you're the real Rolo.
I am the real Rolo. Will the real Rolo please stand up? Will I please stand up? I did just stand up.
He did, for those listening. He stood up.
When I got beer all over my dragon pad, I wiped it off, and now my hands are sticky, and I don't know what to do.
You should have just let it.
them on your crotch.
You should have just let it soak into the dragon pad, and then every time you use it, it just smell the vanilla.
It's already there. It's
Awesome.
even stained
Perfect.
it.
It's
Perfect.
It's stained the fucking dragon pad.
It will be okay. You will be all right, I promise.
I don't know if I
It
agree
gives
with
it
this.
character.
Gives it some heritage.
Hell yeah. Heritage. So let's talk about this beer.
So
Absolutely.
Pretty awkward milkshake India Pale Ale by Brewlink Brewing Company.
Does this have a fucking Oh no, it's just the case, the can.
no, the label peels off like a sticker.
Oh, does it really?
These don't.
What do you mean they
You're,
don't?
you're talking about 450 North's beers.
I guarantee I could peel this fucking thing off in
Well,
one
no,
piece.
dude, I thought I heard
Possible.
the can. I squeezed it. And recently, because of our beloved St. Patty's Day, I forgot Guinness has a nitro shot in it, which I fucking think is the coolest thing ever.
Right.
So I drink a lot of Guinness over
Do you?
St. Patty's Day. No, not all year, just St. Patty's Day.
Just St. Patty's Day?
I don't know if you know this, but car bombs, they fuck you up way faster than
Yeah,
you.
and they're disgusting.
Yeah, I hate them.
What the fuck is wrong
Why do
with
you want to
two?
drink fucking curdled?
What are you talking about? Curdled what? You just don't add the Baileys.
So
It's just an Irish car. Some people call it an Irish car bomb still. Some people call it an Irish car wreck. But, dude, you just drop, literally, you've never had 8 ounces of Guinness, and then you drop a whole shot of Jameson in there and slam it back.
No.
Wow. It's amazing. It's fantastic.
That's an Irish car bomb to me, but you're thinking of something else. You're
An
thinking
Irish
of
car
Baileys.
bomb
You're
to
thinking
me
about
is
some-
fucking dropping Bailey's
No.
in Guinness.
You're thinking about a cement mixer. You are thinking about a cement mixer. Dude, that does not curdle.
For those watching, please leave in the comments who you think is right.
Dude.
It doesn't matter who's right.
Car
I
bomb-
guarantee I've ordered a car bomb before, and I've gotten fucking Guinness and Bailey's.
If it curdles, then you are fucking need to leave that bar and go to another bar because the beer must be bad.
Well, it's not the beer that's curdling, it's the Bailey's.
Dude, the Baileys doesn't curdle. You slam a car bomb. There's not enough time if you slam it properly. Then you're drinking your car bombs like a bitch.
Ooh, shots
Good thing is
fired.
I don't drink them because they're fucking nasty.
They're not nasty.
They're
You are
nasty.
fucking un-American.
Yes, Clint, go ahead and broadcast it to your classroom. Feel free. It is not safe for work, but do
Yeah,
it anyways.
we're going to talk about porn and lots of dicks.
Why don't I
and
have Miranda? Tyler is right. Tyler is never fucking right, Miranda. Don't post on here anymore today.
You can post on here, Miranda.
Are you going to look it up right now?
No.
Oh, you should.
I was moving back.
Anyway,
over.
let's
Fucking
get back to
solidarity
this.
steak.
Yeah,
this.
yeah. First of all, let's go ahead and test him real quick. The true test. How do you spell?
St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, like patty, the patty itself.
Patty? Oh, no, Paddy.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so he
I almost fucking triggered hard, and you were
Yeah.
going to get thrown out of this
I'm-
fucking place.
But
The fucking sanctum of dicks.
Yes, Paddy.
Miranda says the Irish car bomb does have the Baileys. Tyler's right. Has Guinness, Baileys, and Jameson.
Boom, all three.
Yeah, but dude, it doesn't. I've never had a car bomb fucking curdle.
I've had it curdle as soon as you fucking drop it.
Dude, you are slamming it in the midst. Drop, slam. There's no time to curdle. There's
time. I've had it as soon as it hits the liquid fucking curdle. So, if my good friend Andrew Dietrich would be here, he would be witness to this because him and I had this happen on more than one occasion. That's why neither of us drink Irish car bombs because they're disgusting and they're not Irish anyway. It's a stupid fucking American thing.
Anyway, let's move on to this beer.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm over this.
Talk about it.
Good job, dick.
It's just my shitty Game Informer.
You're a shitty Game Informer.
Game Informer is pretty shitty these days.
It has stuff and things on it that I don't get.
Let's move on to this. Brewlink Brewing Company. Where's this from?
Plainfield.
Yep.
Plainfield,
Indiana.
And
so this is all new.
Yep. No. It's been out for a bit. I think I've even had it before, but I can't remember.
I can tell you I have not had it before.
So this last Saturday, St. Patty's Day, I went to Brewlink for their special release of U Cereal, which is basically a Lucky Charms IPA.
Ooh.
And
You'd probably get into that.
Oh shit! I got Lucky Charms sitting over here in my vaporizer. Let's talk.
I went-
Why do you
business.
have multiple vapes? I have to interrupt you because I don't understand this right now. That's my phone. All right, back to the beer.
Dead Space.
Yeah.
So I went down there for their special release day. I went with Mr. Austin Hill and Brett Maxwell, featured guests on Brews with Dudes, and my lovely girlfriend Miranda. And
That's Miranda who's talking.
yes, in the chat.
Didn't know who she was.
But yeah, we went down there. We got there about 10:30, 10:45. Brewery opened at 11. No, we got there way before. What time did we get down there? Okay, no.
I don't know. I didn't go.
It opened at 12.
I just know that if you
It
don't
opened at
continue
12.
this story a little bit faster, our audience is going to fall asleep.
We were one of the first people in line, so we got in there pretty quick.
Do we have a time yet? Did you specify?
12.
Okay.
It opened at 12.
What time did you get there?
About 10:30,
10:30. Okay.
We left here about a little after 9:30.
All right.
Not too bad of a drive.
We were allotted 4 4-packs.
Okay.
We could only buy 4 4-packs. I had been given some money. Been like, hey,
Who gave you the money?
I'm not going to disclose that.
All right. Were they underage?
I don't think it matters. It was the owner of Jerry Lee's Pub. He gave me.
Was this a member of the Mexican cartel?
No.
Was the owner of Jerry Lee's Pub underage?
No.
So then why can't we disclose this?
We've already disclosed it at this
Yeah.
point.
It's
So
already
now
disclosed.
he's gonna kill you. He's coming for you. Like he's
actually
on his,
outside
He's
right
on
now.
his way over right now on his moped.
No, so the cool thing about bringing people that aren't going to drink beer is you can give them money and they can get their own allotment, and then you have more beer.
Right.
So Miranda got to buy Casey some beer, and with his own money, and I bought an allotment, sold it to Mr. Nick Maxon, and yeah, I drank a flight while I was there. I tried the Lucky Charms. I tried this milkshake. I tried.
Let's get to the Lucky Charms real quick. I just need to know, what was this? It just sounds so fucking delicious.
It was good. It tasted somewhat similar to this.
Would you say it was more creamy?
No. Than this.
Did you
Less creamy.
would you say you tasted the actual Lucky Charms? Like,
No.
did you taste the marshmallow?
You can definitely smell the Lucky Charms, but
So there was no grain plus marshmallow.
taste,
Yeah.
not really.
Okay.
But I didn't even initially like it, but the more I drank, the more drinks I took from it, the more I liked it. My initial plan was to keep 1 4-pack and just sell the rest to Nick. However, I ended up just being like, yeah, you know what, Nick, I can't see myself even drinking a 4-pack or whatever, which I should have. I should have kept it for the show. But
I probably would have got down with it.
yeah, it is good. We had it.
I would have to say that, like, the big thing about this is if you notice the subtlety of the milkshake doesn't hit you until after you've, like, okay, so upon like initial tasting, like as you enters the mouth and touches the palate or tickles the palate, as some may say,
I'm so
as it
aroused right now.
dances upon my taste buds. But on the swallowing, and as what you would call like, I guess, the exhale, the milkshake really just pops in my mouth.
Yeah, it doesn't come in till the end.
Let me read the description. Pretty awkward milkshake, India Pale Ale limited edition. This milkshake style IPA is a creamy ale made with lactose and a double helping of vanilla. And yes, it does bring all the boys to the yard.
So it says a double helping of vanilla. I don't get a lot of the vanilla.
No.
At any period, beginning, middle, end, aftertaste. When you told me we were drinking this tonight, I was really expecting almost like a milk stout consistency.
Yeah.
Where it's super thick and super creamy. And you know when it says fucking creamy on it somewhere, it's like, okay. I'm not big into the like dessert style beers.
Yeah.
I agree.
I've had 2 beers in my life that were that style that I've really enjoyed. One was a peanut butter beer, and the other one was a chocolate beer from China, which was fantastic. But other than that,
They have a Reese's cup beer.
Oh fuck, we gotta go.
It's called Nutter Butter.
We gotta go down there.
And,
I would, you know what? I say we just
they
take this
sell that
podcast
here.
on the road.
Yeah.
They sell that here.
Do they really?
I'm pretty sure 350 has it.
Fuck yeah.
Do you want to take the podcast at 350?
I wish.
But yeah,
Oh shit, we got Rachel Goins in the fucking chat.
What's up, you piece of shit?
What's up, you piece of shit?
Hey.
Oh shit, we called her a piece of shit at the same time.
Hold on, I'm gonna drop my mic.
You're a piece of shit.
Oh, we called you a piece of shit duo. Yee.
All right.
All right, now that's
Look
over.
at those waveforms again.
I hate us.
But I have
Now
to.
you know how I feel.
I have to. I actually have to disagree with you on this one
For what part?
for just the vanilla part,
Okay.
because I have to say that upon initial taste, I get that vanilla. I get like an immediate, like I get an IPA, an immediate vanilla, but then no more vanilla, as if like the vanilla came here to party, but it left super early.
Like it had 1 beer and then left.
Yeah, there you go. Like it didn't even have one whole beer.
It just
like,
opened it.
It was sipping on it to make sure that it, like, people were like, oh, look, I'm drinking.
Right.
But, like, I'm not. And then I'm like, I'm out. But now everyone's like, my
Like they
social
go over
status.
to the keg and they fill up like 2 cups, take 1 sip, and
Fucking
then,
Keith.
then
Exactly.
fucking leave.
Yeah.
Fucking Keith.
So, I mean, there's a vanilla, but it's just not. It's definitely not a main.
I get it on the smell. I don't get it on the taste.
Do you guys know who Keith is?
No.
Keith is that guy at the party.
Oh, Keith's the douchebag that everyone hates.
Yeah. Keith is the guy
used
that's
to
like
be that
off
guy.
that's off like up against leaning up against a wall on his phone and not socializing with anybody.
Oh, I hate fucking Keith. Fuck you, Keith.
Fuck you, Keith.
Fuck you. Oh, Rachel, your little hearts. Hey, assholes. Hey, shithead. Running on the treadmill. You at the gym with your boyfriend, getting all ripped and whatnot.
So
Look at this beard, bitch.
Miranda has sent me a picture. It says, "How do you make an Irish car bomb shot?" This is from Google. Pour the Bailey's Irish cream into a shot glass, followed by the Jameson Irish whiskey. Next, pour your Guinness into a beer mug. Let the foam settle. Drop the Bailey's Jameson shot glass into the Guinness.
Hey, Miranda, I think you need to quit your day job and become a bartender.
We need to get away from this topic.
We do need to get away from this. Let's move on. This is amazing. I do like this, though. Like, I do like it. Like, I'm not going to go, like, call my mom and call my dad and be like, hey, you need to get yourself some pretty awkward milkshake India Pale Ale. But, like, I would say we should seriously take this on the road and get some of that Nutter Butter.
Send Andy to go get us a fucking 4-pack.
Yeah, where the fuck is Andy? Call him up. Be like, Andy, we need a 4-pack. We need to review this shit.
But if you like that, you should have a Milkshake IPA from 450 North, because holy shit, the way they brew.
Now, is
their beer-
450 North Nick's?
No, 450 North is that you're thinking Maxon and me.
Yeah.
450 North is down in Columbus, Indiana, and holy shit, awesome beer.
Literally, well, the payday thing I have in there is 450. I'll let you try that.
Okay, if you open that, I would just like to take a sip. Just
Yeah,
a small.
You're fine. You can taste it. But literally every single thing that I have had from 450 North, I have enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost to the point of where I enjoy it enough that I would drink it daily. If I drank daily. It's all that good.
It's okay to admit that you drink daily.
I don't, but that's the thing. I don't drink at my house.
I know, but secretly we all do.
But I don't.
But I know we all do.
Sure.
I drink. The only time I really drink here is when I do the show.
Every day when I get home from work, I butt chug like 6 fucking beers back to back.
It's the only way you can cope with life.
Exactly.
right.
It's beer. Alcohol is okay. Alcohol is the answer to most problems. This is good. I do have to say this is.
I've enjoyed it. I've almost drank it all.
The fresh fruit milkshake IPAs from.
See, that's the one I haven't got to try.
You tried it at Jerry Lee's that night for the takeover.
I have
The
to.
fresh fruit.
I have to apologize to
Oh,
all.
the pineapple one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting that I tried that because we got that at the end right when we were leaving.
I need to
That was so
apologize to your guys' fans because they probably noticed I'm double fisting 2 beers.
That's all right.
But like I'm not as sophisticated as you and Blaine, so like I would consider this like hoity-toity beer.
I have a fucking,
so like I have to
I have a
wash.
I
I know.
cooler full of beer right next to me.
But like I have to wash out the hoity-toity flavor with my white trash beer.
That Miller Lite's not white trash.
It is white trash.
No, if you had Hams or
Boxer.
Natty, ooh, fucking Boxer. Ain't had that one in a while. Some fucking Keystone.
Keystone, definitely.
Oh
Natty
my
Ice.
God! When's the last dude? You
Some
know what?
fucking old
We were
Milwaukee.
just talking about Boxer the other day and about like how poor you were when you bought Boxer beer. I remember being 20 years old and buying a 36-pack of Boxer beer for $6.99, and then buying a fucking 5th of, I believe it was Legacy or Grand Prix for like $4.99, and like you came to the party and everyone's like, yeah, he's here. Oh, we're going to have so much fun. But now that I'm older, like the guy that brings the Grand Legacy and like brings the Boxer beer, it's like, get that guy out of here. He's broken. He's going to steal your shit.
I like to get sopping wet, break into my neighbor's house and steal all their shit. Fuck you, Iraq.
I need to send you that video. We're not going to watch it again on the show.
Might as well 4 weeks
that
in a
would
row.
have been great for the pre-show, but
Right.
chaw.
Fuck you, Iraq.
It's this guy, and
Henry Bankshaft.
three weeks in a row we've watched this fucking video on the show, and but every week we add another, like the next video in line as well, and we had to watch the whole series because we have a different guest every week. So it's just to catch them up to where we're at. We have to watch the whole thing. But yeah, it's this guy, and he's just giving random facts about himself.
Did you know the average person eats 8 spiders in their lifetime?
It's astounding.
It's astounding. I like to take a handful of baby
Jennifer
carrots.
says, "Do it."
I like to take a handful of baby carrots, cram them in the black of my butthole.
Get the fuck out of my life, cow.
Get the fuck out of my life, cow.
Get the fuck out of my life.
Ooh, lemons. Too bad I like limes.
Get the fuck out of here. Fucking throws the lemon.
I'm a pretty good bowler. I've got a 120 average. I fucking love Chaw.
Goddamn Chaw.
Jennifer's great. I like Jennifer at work. She's her and my wife used to be really good friends. She's funny.
I like Jennifer.
You guys have you guys worked with her yet?
I've worked with her like one time.
She's funny. She can.
I've only heard her speak like 3 times.
She is so hard to get to talk, but when you get her to talking, and like she's.
So the other day, I'm on 11. This was right before you came back, and I'm just bebopping along, and I was in a pretty bad mood. I was really, really tired, and I turned around to walk back to the next car, and I look. Jennifer's just standing there. Joe's on the other side of the car, just running off at the mouth, and I just looked at her, and she's just, yep. And this goes on, and this was like first or second quarter, so one of the longer quarters, and it just goes on and on and on, and eventually I forgot about it. Later on, like maybe 30 minutes before break, I turn around and look again, and she's participating in the conversation. Joe broke her. She stood strong for like an hour and 45 minutes, and that last half hour to 45 minutes, he broke her. and she participated, and I felt so bad because there was nothing I could do.
Dude, I love Joe. I worked with him today. I love that guy. I know that we've all got our certain quirks, but Joe's just trying to be happy, man.
Joe is a quirk.
He is a quirk.
Joe just wants to be happy. It's just he's had a definite hard time.
But like most of the problems we all have in life, we are the ones to blame for them. You're 35 years old. You gotta figure your shit out.
That's not true.
That is 100% true.
It's not heroin at one time.
Yeah, people decide to jam the needle in their arm or their leg.
Wasn't my choice.
What, did you get fucking attacked by a ninja with heroin?
I got attacked by my brother-in-law.
He got attacked by a heroin ninja.
You gotta watch out for those heroin ninjas.
It was terrible. It started a whole fucking downward spiral.
Yeah, you can say no. You have a choice.
I didn't have a choice.
You did have a choice.
I would have been raped.
That's fine.
I've never been raped. I don't want to be a victim.
Would you rather be
You're claiming to be a victim right now.
Would you rather be a victim or a heroin addict?
Right now?
Just in general.
Can we just stop talking about heroin?
Yeah,
I'd
that's
rather be
fine.
an addict.
Yeah. Anyway.
No, just kidding. I'm just saying.
Jennifer says, I know who your next guest should be next show. Go ahead and leave in the comments who you think our next
right
guest
now,
should
who
be.
should your next guest
Is
be?
it you, Jennifer?
Oh,
Is
shit.
it you?
It's
shit.
probably Jennifer's drug dealer.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, we all have a drug dealer.
Baxter's my drug dealer.
I call mine the pharmacy.
Big pharma. Yee. Anyway.
I support Big Pharma.
Calvin and Joe. That's not going to happen.
That's not gonna happen.
Not going to happen.
Not even funny.
I would have Calvin on.
No.
I would have Calvin on for sure.
I would love to have Calvin
Yeah,
on.
I would have Calvin on.
If we could,
Joe is eventually going to be on by
No
proxy.
comments
Yeah.
on Calvin.
if we could set it up to where, like, because obviously Calvin lives in Kokomo, so if we could set it up where maybe we got out really early,
Yeah.
you know, where it wasn't an inconvenience to any of us, that would be great. Because Calvin says some really funny shit.
Yes.
I understand what you're saying, but give us some time. Not a bad dude. There's a lot worse dudes out there.
Calvin's going to have to fucking apologize to me before I fucking forgive, so.
Anyway, we're going to quickly
I don't know
move on.
I don't know what's going on there.
We're going to quickly move on from this subject. But
Yeah, Calvin and Joe, that's not going to happen.
Tyler, are you religious?
Ooh.
that's a tough question for me because I was raised in a home that was pretty much anti-religion, but half of the time of my childhood I was in a home that was like devout Catholic, so I was kind of raised Catholic but not raised Catholic. I did all the Catholic shit, but I didn't do it all the time. And then once I became an adult, it's like, fuck Christianity because it's just a business. All major religions are a business. If I have a different issue. See, I was molested Catholic and I was raised Christian. That's right.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's a couple things in my life that have happened that really fucking burnt me out on Christianity. One of them was not being molested. I really enjoyed that. But that was a joke. You guys were supposed to laugh and you didn't, and now I feel stupid. Thanks, guys!
Yeah,
No,
because
dude, I'm
now
just-
that you're drinking, the truth comes out. So
But,
I'm just
now
listening
we
to
need
your
to talk
story
about
and
who
letting you have the
molested you.
floor.
If you honestly want to know what I believe, I'm an Irish-German Swede, so I got the girth of the Swede and the German, but the height of an Irishman with the attitude. So
when you say girth, are you talking about your penis?
no, I'm talking about my waist.
Okay.
'Cause I'm a fat piece of shit.
I was like,
But I honestly believe in all the Norse mythology shit. I believe there's multiple gods for multiple things, and that if I die a good death, I'll go to fucking Valhalla. That's what I believe. Because if I had to choose between playing shuffleboard in heaven with Marvin Gaye and fucking David Bowie,
David Bowie's last great hit. You know what it was?
no, I don't give a shit.
Probably heroin.
Thank you. But, good God. But if I had to choose between that and meeting my ancestors and fighting battles every day and doing cool shit and then dying and waking up and doing it all over again every day, I'll fucking choose that. Because I don't buy into any of the major religions. It's all fucking business. That's all it is.
I agree with you 100%. You know what? Someone asked me, someone really opened my eyes the other day, and I didn't realize this because I was raised Catholic for the first, 9 years of my life. Granted, I went to a Christian school from 5 to 6 for kindergarten and then moved on. My grandparents made sure that I was raised Catholic, 100%.
Okay.
And then when I got to be 13 or 14, my parents were like, listen, obviously you don't need to go to public schools. You're in too much trouble. Put me in a Christian school. So I was raised 14, 15, 16 years old, like in a hardcore, you went to Bible class, you went to church during the week, Christian, okay? And I think a lot of Christianity is based on fear. It's fear. Fear of the fact that if you don't follow God's ways, if you don't live to God's, absolute, God wants you to, as Sean would put this, if you live for your flesh, you're going to burn in hell. And I just don't feel like, I don't want to miss out on the Justice League, okay? I don't want to miss out on Infinity Wars, and I don't want to miss out on Deadpool. And if that means that I have to go to hell, then so fucking be it.
Right.
Like that's, it's a money-based.
Well, and that's the thing. Everything that you just said, but you left out the part where you also have to devote a lot of your money.
A lot of your money. 10%. 10%. In most religions, it's 10% of your gross income. Faith Baptist here, okay, I have a buddy that went to Faith Baptist and he quit going to Faith Baptist. Do you know why he quit?
Probably because it was fucking bankrupt.
Because they told him that if he did not submit his W-2 and they could not inform him of what 10% of his incomes were, that he was not being a real, he was just not being a real Christian. And they asked him several times, and finally they said, well, you need to devote 10% of your income. Well, him and his wife make about $170,000, so 10% of your income.
$17,000.
$17,000 to devote to your church. For my salvation, I'm sorry, but $17,000 can buy me a shit ton. And in 2 years,
Right.
I'm driving a nice boat.
Right, no shit.
God wants me to have that nice boat, so I'm going to save my 17 grand.
Odin wants me to have that boat too.
Okay, but I do not believe that Christianity is the answer to everything. Here's the thing, okay, the Ark, Noah's Ark, all right, started in the Middle East. The stories are all from the Middle East. Can anybody fucking tell me where the fuck you find a polar bear in the Middle East to put on the Ark? Can you tell me where the fuck you got an alligator in the Middle East? Can you tell me how you stopped all the poisonous snakes from biting other animals and that 2 500-year-old people were to care for all those animals? Where the fuck did you keep all the food? Where did you keep all the different types of food?
Where did you keep all the water?
What the fuck?
I don't know, bro, but
well,
God
that
figured it
water,
out.
technically, actually, the water was outside.
Bless this day.
God figured it out and he supplied.
I don't think he did. I don't think he fucking had a
Yeah.
helicopter where he just dropped off parishioners,
So
And he was
when I
like,
was-
here you go.
when
Here
I
you
was
go, Noah. Here's your provisions for the week.
when I was in high school,
Here's your rations.
I started dating this girl, and her family are devout Christians. And
How devout.
dude,
Dude, there are people out there that get hard fucking core. You watch anything over PG-13, you're going, or PG, you're going to hell.
Right. So that was basically what this was. And so I started
Can I ask
dating.
you a quick question? Did
Go
you
ahead.
have sex with her?
Yes.
Oh, well then she's not that devout. So anyway, go on.
Yeah, anyway, so I started dating this girl, and her family wasn't very accepting of me because I was kind of like the troublemaker kid. I manipulated my way into a lot of homes in high school, so
I believe this.
yeah, I was a lot better looking back then. So
Did you not have your Irish middle?
no,
Okay.
I was all no. It's sweet
Swedish.
middle.
I'm sorry.
I looked nice. I was Adonis.
You confused me because you just basically described yourself as a mutt. But okay, go on.
I was beautiful. Anyway,
I bet you. You know what? Looking at you right now, I can just imagine you skinny and you were majestic.
I was like a unicorn that wasn't homosexual.
If you were to lose 45 pounds, I'd lay my head on your left leg right now.
Thank you. I've actually gained about 80 to 90 pounds since I graduated from high school. But anyway, back to the story.
Same.
So, I started dating this girl. Her family wasn't real accepting of me. partially because they knew that I was Catholic. And at that time, I still claimed to be Catholic. And one day, her dad, who wasn't a terrible guy, he asked me, he's like, hey, would you like to go to church with us on Sunday? Sure. What time would you like me to be at your house? I don't remember what time he told me, but I got there really early. And I walk up to his front door, and I was raised Catholic. What do Catholics wear to school, or wear to church, Richard?
We always wore suits and shit.
Yep.
Like my grandparents made me wear a suit. They actually, my parents were not Catholic, so like when I went to my grandma's house, I had a small suit. I had I don't know if it was a 3-piece, but I had a very nice suit, very nice tie.
Yep.
My shoes were my grandparents always
Oiled your shoes, shined your shoes up.
Yes.
So
slicked my hair like my hair is now,
Yep.
but I had longer hair. Slicked it to the side completely, and that's how we went to church.
Yep. So that's how I showed up to these people's house. And I knock on the door. It's early in the morning. I didn't want to ring the doorbell a bunch. Her dad opens the door, and he's got regular clothes on. I walk into the living room. Their entire family's in the living room. They've all got pajamas on. We gotta get going. They went to church in pajamas.
Get the fuck, no way.
They went to church in pajamas.
That's a first.
So I walk in there. I walk in this fucking church, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm with a fucking whole group of people in pajamas. I've got a suit on. They've got pajamas on. This is awkward. And I walk into their church.
Is it pretty awkward?
It's pretty awkward. I walk in, and every motherfucker in that church has pajamas on. The pastor's got fucking pajamas on. The fucking people in the choir have pajamas on. They've all got fucking pajamas on. I'm the only one with fucking nice clothes on.
No.
I sat through that whole fucking service.
I know you say you got there early, but I feel like church started at like 6:45 in the morning.
No. This was like a 10 o'clock service.
Jesus
my God.
Christ. I've
They've all
never
got
been to
fucking
church.
pajamas on.
No way. I've been to Walmart where everyone was wearing pajamas, but that's normal for Walmart.
Right, yeah, they all had
They have a
fucking
website for that.
So part of it too, the girl that I was dating, her dad was a part of the like church band, and their whole family did stuff. And so not only did I have to sit there through the whole service, but I had a suit on, and then everyone else had pajamas on, and then they started singing. And like when I think of like going to church, I know I'm not a singing and a dancing and waving my hands. And you know, if you want to sing, fucking bring some monks out. Let them fucking sing some hymns. I'll get down with that shit, but I'm not singing praise Jesus, because that's fucking weird and I don't like it. So they do all this, and
That's right, because Catholic, we only sing out of the hymnal.
that's right. So we did that whole thing.
So there was more than just an organ.
Yeah, it was fucking drums, guitar, the whole fucking
You know what's
shebang.
weird? You know what's weird?
What's
Is
that?
If you're Catholic and you're an altar boy, all you get's the organ.
Ooh, got him. Anyway, so shortly after that, I parted ways with this family because it was too fucking weird.
But not shortly. You fucked her.
Maybe when we weren't dating. Maybe just as a one-off. I'm not gonna say anymore because my wife's watching this show.
Well, you know what? My wife's watching this show too, probably, because I mean, but I won't not admit that, like, I fucked. You know what? You know what was weird about being in Christian school? This was the weirdest thing for me. Okay, I was definitely more...
The sodomy?
No, it was not the sodomy. I was in Christian school. We didn't sodomize each other. This wasn't,
Come on now.
I wasn't trying to get into the brotherhood. All right? I'm not practicing to be the Pope.
All right, fair
We
enough.
didn't sodomize each
But
other.
no, you know what?
No
And-
flaming buttholes.
That's right. Sodomites. God damn it.
I will say this.
Flaming buttholes of the sodomites wearing an asbestos diaper for the flaming buttholes.
Baxter just peeked around the corner like, what the fuck are you doing?
Come here, you fat piece of shit.
You fat piece of shit, you.
Oh, here he comes. Come here, you fat shit. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, my.
Look at this guy.
Oh, look at
We see what a guy.
Look at him.
Anyway.
He's such a fat piece of shit.
I'm really glad you brought this subject up because it was
But
actually
no,
something I wanted to talk about today.
So I went to school. All right? I was 14 when I transferred. And at the time, I had gone to just a regular public school. And at 13, I lost 2 days before my 13th birthday, I lost my virginity.
14
So when
for me.
So when I was in school, I was the only kid having sex. And they made me feel so terrible about myself.
Wait, you told them?
Well,
Why would you tell
I
them?
told my buddy, and he told the teachers, and the
Everyone told
teachers decided
everybody.
that they needed the principals. So I actually had it to where I came into school one day, and I had now my parents were very stupid, and I'm going to tell you this like straight up, they were very stupid. They let my girlfriend stay at my house, and they would think, oh, he goes to a Christian school, they're not doing anything.
And you're knocking the fucking bottom out
I
of
was
it.
knocking, well, no, not at 14. You're not knocking the
You
bottom.
were attempting.
By the time you got to the third round, you might be knocking the bottom out of it at 14. Okay, but by the first 2 rounds, and then she's like touches it again. She's like, "Hey, we'll try again in like 10 minutes." You're just premature ejaculation, just
Everywhere.
at its best. Okay, because at 14, we all know anyone that says they're 14, they're knocking the bottom out of their girlfriend. They are lying.
That's right.
Okay, or their girlfriend is lying for them. Oh, he's the best. You have no idea. We go in there for 45 minutes. We listen to the entire Dave Matthews Band, and he is just
Dave
fucking
Matthews
the
Band.
shit out of me. No, he's not. No, you're not. You're lying, because I know what 14 was like. 14's like this. Sex at 14 is like this. You have sex for 3 minutes. 2.5 of it is you trying to figure out how to get the condom on. The other 30 seconds is the fact of first penetration, and the 15 other seconds are you pulling out awkwardly going, this doesn't normally happen. It does.
That's right.
It does. But no, they made me feel so bad in school because, I'm supposed to love God. I'm not supposed to have sex before marriage.
If you're
But
Catholic,
I'm the
you can have
only-
anal sex.
I'm in the point of I need to have sex. It's okay. It's not wrong of me to have sex. I'm thinking, man, I'm in 8th grade. I'm the only guy having sex here. You guys are fucking lame. And then my parents got called in.
You guys
and
are
they were
losers. Fuck
Mr. and Mrs. Olvich, do you know why we have you here today? And they're like, no. They're like, your son's having premarital sex. My dad's like, get out of here. And my
Did he
dad,
high-five you?
my dad says it in this way, because my dad is so fucking laid back. He's like, really? He's going to be in trouble. And my dad, I got home. You know what my trouble was when they told me? My dad was like,
Did he high five you?
no, he didn't high five me, but he said, son, he said, you need to get it together.
Oh, shit.
And I said, Dad, I'll try. But they knew that at that point, and it's just, they make you feel so, I am not one to believe. Basically, what I want to say in a roundabout way is I don't believe that if I watch fucking rated R movies, and if I want to listen to secular fucking music, and if I want to go out and have a couple fucking beers and get a little drunk at night, and if I want to have sex with random women till I find the one that I want to fucking marry, because I'm going to tell you straight up, I'm not going to marry a woman who's like, let's wait till sex to get married. Let's wait till marriage
to get married.
Let's wait
I
till
like that.
marriage. to
Oh,
have
yes,
sex.
I am all for the sex
And then all of a
before
sudden, I
marriage.
have sex with you, and you're fucking terrible.
Well, remember, in Catholicism, you can fuck them in the ass and it's okay.
It is okay, as
Sodomy's
long as you do
okay.
not lose your vaginal virginity.
Yep.
Jennifer.
But it's also not okay to spill seed.
Jennifer
No,
says,
fuck that.
I do not even want to think about this. Her son will be 14 this year.
Jennifer, you better start fucking thinking about it.
Yeah, I
He's
lost my
already
virginity
beating
at
off in his
14.
fucking room, so when he looks at you shamefully, it's because he just finished in a box of Kleenex.
Or a Pringles can.
Or the toilet.
You know that story, Jennifer. That's
If
for
he
you.
if he goes into the bathroom and he's there for 20 minutes and you hear the toilet flush, that's the sound of your grandchildren going down the drain.
Ooh. So my second experience with Christianity in high school, when I really decided to kind of turn my back on it, I went to church with some of my family members at this very popular church here in town. I'm not going to name it, but it's huge. It's like a mega church, like Joel Osteen mega church kind of thing.
Here in town?
Here in town.
Is it Faith Baptist?
No,
Okay. Is it Faith?
no,
Well, they changed their name. That's why I was asking.
no, it's not Faith.
Okay.
But, so I walk in and I sit down and I'm like, okay, I really don't want to be here, but, I'll do it because everybody else wants to. And, I'm kicking it old school, just kind of not paying attention. And then they start talking in tongues.
Oh shit! I know exactly where we're
And
at
then they
here.
start rolling around on the floor.
It's the first Pentecostal.
Nope.
And he withdraws.
Is it not? Is it a Pentecostal church?
No.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Now that it's not Pentecostal, I am way interested in this story.
Really close to the McDonald's on 231.
Oh, okay.
That's a Pentecostal church.
First Assembly of God. It's
That's
not...
a Pentecostal church.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, it's the exact church I was talking about because they do that 60,000 fucking Easter egg drop.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's it.
my wife refuses to go there because of that weird shit they do.
Yeah.
Mike Norris and his old lady Mike Norris's girlfriend used to be the fucking secretary there.
Yes, but she didn't. Yeah, I remember
She
that.
didn't last, but then Mike went in and they started talking in tongues, and Mike was like, fuck this, I don't know what's going on, man.
Yeah.
Heads are turning like the first Exorcist, you know?
Yeah, I got up and left, like, mid-service, because I went and fucking sat in the parking lot.
Mike Norris's wife also hosts Butt Stuff and Literature. Shout out Joanna, host of Butt Stuff and Literature.
I'm not, I don't...
I'm a plug.
I don't do that. Butt plug? What?
Butt plug?
I don't do that whole, talking in tongues, hanging snakes from the fucking... I don't... No.
Yeah, it's just weird.
No. No, thank you.
Is it not weird? It is
It's
weird.
fucking weird,
It's
dude.
weird. I'll tell you what. Listen, I had a buddy right before I fucking graduated high school. He convinced me to go to a Pentecostal church. Did not know what the fuck they were about. Want your beer? Not yet. Okay, I'm gonna give you a fine. Okay, but he did not.
You want a Tecate, Blaine? You want a Tecate?
No, I'll take another beer though.
You want a Tecate?
Not right now.
All right.
But no, he convinced me. He said, "Hey, let's go to church." He goes, "You know, you're about to fucking finish high school." He goes, "I would like to change your mind and show you a different way of the world." So I said, "All right." So I went to his house, stayed the night with him. And what was funny is, though, even though I wanted to change my mind about the world, we got high that night, okay? The very next day is what he wanted to change my mind about. He said, "Hey, you know, you're becoming a man." He goes, "You know, my dad's talked to me about this. I need to choose a path of what I feel is going to be, you know, what I follow." So I said, "Okay, I understand this." I went to his church, and that day just happened to be the day that they were baptizing people.
I
Okay.
haven't seen this one.
So we go to church, and
I like it, though.
everything is completely
haven't had this
normal.
one yet.
Everything's normal. You know, we go in, they've
me taste it.
they've got a small band, they're very deceiving. Shit is normal. We're sitting out in the pews. All right. Then they talk about the baptism. So the only way to explain this is like this. So they're like, today, Jordan Smith, he is about to give his life to God. We are going to baptize him in the name of the Lord. They open up this big fucking wall, and behind us is giant pool. And they go and they take this kid in there and they ask him all these questions and they dunk him in there. And then all of a sudden they say, "Jordan, do you commit to God?" Blah, blah, blah. And they dunk him in. He says, "Yes." Dunk him. And all of a sudden he gets up. And as he comes, he dunks into the water. And out of the water, they say, "Praise be to Jesus." And as they say, "Praise be to Jesus," Jordan Smith jumps up out of the water and he's like, and he starts running down the fucking aisle, soaking fucking wet. I mean, this guy is just running fucking back and forth. I mean, he is running to the
go
fucking
over to
end,
his
touching the
neighbor's place
fucking
and steal
door,
all
coming
his
back,
shit?
running back, running. And he goes, and all of a sudden, like, people are like, "Oh, he is saying that he loves the Lord. The Lord has his life. The Lord is his life, and the light is in him." And he sits down, and Jordan Smith goes away, and now Kyle Ruxpin steps up, and they ask Kyle the same thing. And all of a sudden, Kyle fucking into the water and up, and all of a sudden he goes,
Weird flavor.
and I looked at my buddy and I go, "What the fuck is going on here?" He's like, "They are baptizing this guy." He goes, "Can you not hear what they are saying in tongues?" And I go, "What the fuck is tongues?" He goes, "Well," he goes, "it's the language of the angels." And I'm like, "Never heard of this." Anyway, we left that day, and that
Well,
was
we don't
about-
do that. We don't do that shit in Catholicism.
No.
It is very prim and proper, and it is cut and dry. And like you said, we only sing from the hymnal, and you are to sit there and be quiet and only speak when you're beckoned to speak, and you know, get up for communion and you do the offer plate and all that shebang, and you just take it all in. It's not fucking dancing around and singing and it's fucking weird to me, dude. And part of the okay, if I had to, and this is one of the few times that I buy into the whole identify as shit. If I had no choice other than to buy into Christianity and say, I consider myself a Catholic. Part of the reason I choose Catholicism over regular Christianity is, like, regular Christians get really fucking pissed off at Catholics because Catholics pray to Mary. Have you ever heard that?
Yeah.
Regular Christians get fucking pissed off because
Yeah.
Catholics pray to Mary. She fucking birthed Jesus, dude.
Show some respect.
Show some fucking put some respect on her name.
Show some respect, or
Some mother of
I'm
God.
not a fan.
or maybe
of the whole
flames
Mary
will
believing
shoot
thing.
from your.
Of Mary. You're not a.
No.
Why?
Did Mary die on the cross? Did Mary sacrifice herself? We pray to her for what? Because she miraculously birthed Jesus. Do I believe in the miracle birth of Jesus? Absolutely not.
Mary Magdalene was a fucking prostitute.
Do I believe in Mary? No.
You don't believe in her at all.
She did
I
not
don't believe in
exist.
the.
She did not exist.
I do
not
not
real.
fully believe in the fact that because God basically baby raped her in the middle of the night. Somehow she got pregnant. It just doesn't happen. And we want to buy into this story that she
Well,
just
that's all it
became.
is. It's
It's
a
a
story.
story. It's a story. You ever heard of Gilgamesh? Mm-hmm. Okay. Same story.
Here we go.
It's fucking,
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. There are so many different versions of Jesus throughout history.
well,
We all have one. And the
Not
thing
just
is now.
Jesus. Look at Easter. Look
Look-
at the Easter holiday. We're approaching Easter here. What is?
Can we not make fun of Easter because I get a free day off on Friday?
We're not making fun of Easter. Don't get me wrong.
But can we
But-
enjoy Friday?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna fucking turn
The Friday
up on
portion
Friday.
is because of Christians.
No.
But so we as Christians and just regular people fucking idolize this holiday of Easter, and it's a fucking Mesopotamian fucking holiday. Celebrating the fucking goddess of fertility who is getting fucking gangbanged and fucking cranking out fucking little godlings all the time. That's fucked up. Why is it a Christian holiday?
Because Jesus.
But it's not. See, it's all bullshit, dude. It's all fucking propaganda.
I'm gonna give you an idea. All right. So God preaches constantly, "Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt, love each other." In the Old Testament, God asks Abram to kill his son, contradicting right there. Okay. Later on, even in the New Testament, God says that you should turn away from your mother. They say, "Thou shalt honor thy mother and father." Later on, Jesus states that thou shalt turn away from your mother, your father, just to be a disciple of the Lord.
That's right.
Okay. So it is a story. It is a story
Yep.
meant to make you believe that you should be good. And if you don't be good, you're going to go to hell. And there is no definition of hell. There are thousands of religions in the world, and their definition of hell is all different. It's all
Absolutely,
different.
it's all different.
A lot of people are like, "Oh, you're going to go burn in the pits of hell, and he's going to torture you." Then all it is just you're cast into a lake of fire.
Yep.
Okay, that doesn't really sound too fucking bad, It's just it's different ways. I do not for 1 second believe there. You know what? Here's the thing. Okay, if you can believe that one woman birthed a son without conception, why cannot you believe that one cell formed what we are now as human nature?
Absolutely. Well, here's the thing. So
You can't fucking believe that.
my dad and I had this conversation not long ago, and we were talking about how I believe in the kind of paganistic Norse mythology. I believe in fucking Odin. I believe in all that shit. So if you were living in that time period and some dude came up to you and said, "Hey, get on my boat. We're going to go on the fucking ocean where we've never gone before. And we're going on this fucking journey to go steal some shit and explore." what's most people's answer going to be? Like, fuck no, dude, we could die out there. But if you come to them and say, hey, if you die a fucking glorious death, then you get to go to Valhalla and do all this shit, then it changes people's perspective. It's like, hey, otherwise I just get to go to the underworld where Hela, the goddess of death, anybody that dies a regular death just kind of hangs out down there.
Yeah, that doesn't sound half
That
bad
doesn't,
either.
but it doesn't sound bad.
Would you be
But
But
okay?
it's
would you
not-
rather have glory for all eternity, or would
Yeah.
you rather have mediocrity?
And it's not about being good. It's about living your life.
Right.
It's not.
So
I don't-
So that whole ideal was just to basically con people into going and exploring, because it gave them some validation. Well, if I
Yeah.
go and do this and I die, at least I died a good death, and then I get to have this in the afterlife. Christianity is no different.
Would you be okay if you just found out that when you die, like
That nothing exists?
Nothing exists. You just black. It's over. It's like going to sleep without dreaming.
Well, here's the thing. That in itself, if you really dive into,
It fucks with your head.
Well, and
does
that-
it not? Because
if
it's
you
hard
really
to believe.
delve into psychology and a lot of the scientific phenomena of the human mind, there's very specific things that almost break our brain. And the idea of, number one, death terrifies any human being. Because when we're young and we're kids, we don't ever think about it. When we're teenagers,
Could I say though that sometimes when I work at Subaru, when I think of dying.
you wish for it.
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
So
okay.
I haven't had a cry for help for a long
I know.
time. I want to bring that up.
I was going to bring that up. I was going to bring that up today.
I was having some cries to help to him though last quarter.
I believe it.
So anyway, the human mind, there's a couple things that just fucking break it. When we're children, we don't think about death. We might think about other people dying, but we don't think about our own death. When we become teenagers, then it's like, oh well, I'm gonna die eventually, but right now, that can't happen. And then when you get in your 20s and your 30s, which all of us are either in our late 20s or early 30s, and we get there and it's like, oh shit, especially when you have children, it's like, oh shit, I really don't have that fucking many years left in comparison, Like from myself personally, I think about this shit a lot. I'm 26 years old. Realistically, I have 46 or 40 years left. That's a realistic expectation for an American man. The majority of us die in our 60s. So that, especially with the profession that we all work in, that is very hard on your body. People that work in professions like that retire, and then they go from working every day, long hours, hard labor, and then they sit on the couch, and then their body basically shuts down and they die. Whether they were in perfect health or not, it's a thing. If you go from working every day to sitting on the couch, you're going to die, because your body no longer needs to repair itself daily, and it just gives up. So, but the idea of, shit, when I die, I'm just gone. Blaine and I were talking about Achilles earlier in the week, and he uttered the phrase, "No one will remember your name." And when you really sit down and things are quiet and you think about it, like, shit, when I die, is anybody actually, other than my kids, is anybody going to remember who I am? When my kids die, am I going to be forgotten? And that is a very difficult thing for the human mind to comprehend and kind of take charge of. So that's why Christianity specifically is so prevalent in the United States, because it gives people, I don't necessarily want to say the false hope, because I obviously cannot prove or disprove whether God is real. I cannot prove that. I don't have the tools. No one has the tools. But based on what I believe, you put it perfectly. It's a story. Major religions are a story that have been passed down from primitive people that gave other people an incentive to do certain things. My dad and I had this conversation about homosexuality. When Christianity was getting its start and really becoming popular, I personally don't think homosexuality is wrong. It does not. I'm not homosexual. It doesn't directly involve me. If you want to do that in your free time,
Have you ever thought about being homosexual?
no.
Sure.
Well, yeah, we've all thought about it.
Okay.
But
Thanks for not lying.
right, so, I'd suck a dick for $10 million right now. So no shame. So
But if I had $1,000
That's
cash
not
right now and I put it
homosexuality.
on the...
how so?
If I had $1,000 in my
Because-
pocket, though, right now.
No,
Despite
not for 1,000.
Not
So-
for 1,000? What if I didn't come in your mouth?
Nope.
so okay,
3
so
minutes of your
homosexuality
time,
is
I would suck a dick for $3,000 for $1,000.
is you being
for 3 minutes.
attracted sexually to the same sex as you. Just because you do something that is considered homosexual doesn't mean you are a homosexual.
That's a valid argument. Anyway,
Because you're not attracted to them, so
so homosexuality specifically,
Text me the address here.
extremely controversial topic. So, if you were living in that time period and you had to tell, and you were a leader and you had to tell other people how to live their life, the 10 Commandments, specifically, we need to procreate. We need more of us. We need more people to do labor. We need more people to make crafts and items. We need more people to do shit. If women are fucking women and men are fucking men, procreation doesn't happen. So there's an incentive to frown upon that. And in my opinion, that's where the stigma against homosexuality was rooted in Christianity because of lack of procreation. There's no incentive to procreate if you're doing that shit with other men or other women. So if you see, and that's we could sit in this room for the next 4 days without leaving and all dissect just Christianity. That's not including any of the other major religions. You know, Hinduism, fucking Buddhism, Islam. We could all fucking break it down. But it would.
I love Buddhism.
It is.
In my opinion, I think Buddhism is a...
Well, it's such a different outlook than Christianity, because as long as you live a good life, you might do some bad things in your life, but as long as you live a good, pure life, then good things will happen to you.
And I'm okay with that, because like the one thing that I don't buy that the Bible fucking sells is that all right, so I'm married, right? And I need to love my wife and I need to love my children, but have you ever fucking jacked off to your wife? Have you ever just honestly looked at a picture of your old lady and fucking jacked off?
Yes, I have.
All the time?
Not all the time, but
Okay.
yeah, I have.
Okay, all right. But could you do it on a fucking... that's the only picture you ever got?
Probably not.
Okay, so eventually you would stop jacking off to the picture of your wife, wouldn't
Well, we're not
you?
supposed to jack off at all.
Okay, yeah,
It's
I know.
spelt semen.
I know it's spelled semen. All right, but...
Seed.
Blaine, I'm going to look at you, and I'm going to ask you. No, yes, we are. We're going to go into this.
no, I'm saying I haven't.
Have you looked at a picture of Miranda and just fucking beat off to it?
No, I haven't.
Could you?
Beat that fucking thing like
Could
it
I?
owed you money.
Could you? No, every day. All the time.
I couldn't.
Okay, and that's not being mean to her. That's not being mean to
No,
her.
it's not.
It's because it
Absolutely.
becomes a normal, everyday fucking thing, and your wife is not. You want that weirdness. You want that different.
Well,
and,
here's the
do
thing,
I
too.
feel like you're gonna go to fucking hell because you beat off to fucking Heidi Klum
Our species
or Tyra Banks or Caitlyn Jenner? No, absolutely not.
I'm glad you brought that up again. Fucking throwback to the last episode
I
you
know.
were on. But our species, and this is a hard fucking concept for people to grasp, our species was not supposed to be one
Monogamous.
partner. Yeah, thank
No,
you.
we were not supposed to be monogamous.
We are
We're
not.
not. Because we were meant to procreate, and like we were meant to just vastly build an army of human beings, just one after another, just pump
Well,
them out.
we-
and there are some weird people, like the guys with cleft lips. You know, they're not having children, so why can't I take your place with your girlfriend?
Right. Shout out to you, Joaquin Phoenix, and your beautiful cleft lip. But I mean, that's the sad thing. And, you know, you tell a lot of people that, especially progressive millennials, which are our generation, they're like, God,
That are fucking everything.
yeah. But at the same time, you tell some of them that we're rats. We are literally rats. If you look at the lifespan of a rat, it's like 5 years. It will literally procreate like 1,000 times, and then its fucking offspring will also procreate 1,000 times. And these obviously aren't concrete numbers.
No, they're not. They're definitely not.
But they fucking procreate so fast, and they
They're all
spread and they
rabbits.
propagate. Rabbits are no different. We are that. We are the most advanced form of mass procreation and propagation on the fucking earth.
There needs to be no machine. We can do it ourselves.
That's right. So that's part of the reason why we need to fucking cull. But
Cold a herd.
well,
But I'm just saying, you know, like what I was trying to get at is the fact of I don't like have I jacked off to my thoughts of my wife? Absolutely. But is it my normal go-to everyday thing? No. And I shouldn't feel like I'm going to go to hell because I wanted to watch, you know, a 25 guy fucking one girl bukkake gangbang. Like that's not
Dick's Bukkake Palooza.
You know, it's not me. I shouldn't feel bad. I mean, it's not like the normal thing to go to. Like it's not my first xnxx.com, you know, fucking excerpt that I look at.
Now there
but
are
I
some
don't
things
feel
where I draw the line. Brandon and I talked a little bit today about bestiality, and we have talked about
Wow.
furries in the past.
Yeah.
Wow.
Brandon told me about
I'm definitely not jacking off to bestiality, dude.
No, Brandon told me a little bit this morning about a story from recently where there's this like farm in Washington somewhere.
A heavy petting zoo?
This is pretty fucking outlandish, but apparently this is a farm that is ran for profit where you can come and either fuck animals or be fucked by animals.
Okay, no.
And this dude,
What kind of animals are we talking about fucking?
it has to be bigger than a goat.
Oh, you can't fuck a goat?
No, well, you can fuck a goat, but it has to be a goat or bigger.
Sheep?
Sheep's
Sheep's
technically bigger than a
vaginas.
goat.
You know that sheep's pussies are considered the same thing as a female's?
Sure. I've been
I've
inside of a
heard.
sheep before.
I'm okay with it. It's not,
Not
bad.
phallically. Anyway, so this guy was fucking nuts about getting fucked by a horse. Okay? So literally this horse fucked him to death.
Oh, yeah, I
Mr.
know. I've
Hands.
heard about this.
It
Mr.
fucking
Hands.
ruptured what?
It ruptured his colon.
It ruptured his fucking colon.
Mr. Hands.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
didn't know
Hands.
about
Yeah,
this.
he went too far inside and ruptured him. Yeah, I've heard about this.
Yeah. What fucking compels people to get fucked by animals?
Oh, I don't know. That's just weird. I mean, what?
I mean, okay, dressing up as an animal and fucking each other, that's one thing. Okay? If I had to choose between being a furry and participating in fucking bestiality, never once in my life have I thought about fucking an animal or being fucked by an animal.
I've never looked at a horse dick and said that was attractive.
No. I have raised livestock almost my entire life.
You've never slipped your finger inside a sheep?
I've been elbow deep inside of hogs and cattle and the whole fucking shebang, but
Have
never.
you been inside of a sheep?
Yes.
What was that like?
It wasn't phallically, it was my arm.
Please describe.
It was miserable. It stunk. But I, if the Bible said don't fuck animals, which it does, okay, that makes sense.
That does make sense.
I get it. I
You
get
know
it.
what,
Don't
God?
fuck animals.
You know what, God? I'll let you have that
I'll
one.
let you have that one. Like, if you don't want me to fuck horses, I'm not going to fuck horses.
We are on the same page, God.
We are
Bless
not.
this
We are
day.
not far off.
Bless this day. So fucking Joe, Mr. Joe, he got
Good times grind.
he got the day off yesterday. He got to go home early yesterday at the beginning of the day, and I made a bet with Mr. Calvin saying, "Oh, you know what? I bet by first break we'll see 18 pictures of him and Rocky together."
His little
Post on
dog that he butt fucks.
Posted on Facebook, and I was
You know he
disappointed.
fucks that dog.
I was disappointed, and instead I found a status saying, the status said, "What it is beautiful out. God has blessed this day."
It was like 30 fucking
It
degrees.
was 30 degrees, and I screenshotted my weather app, and I said, "Joe, God needs to fucking try again." That is such a steady stream, Richard.
It's got some fucking force behind it.
Yes, it does.
This is the most we've ever talked about religion on this podcast.
I know.
And religion is not something that there's okay. I've talked about it a lot on the podcast, but there's normally two things that I don't talk about: politics and religion with people that I consider my friends, because I have very radical beliefs on both sides. So it's nice to be able to sit in a room with people that I can actually voice my opinion and not have a pitchfork or a fucking candle for God thrown in my face.
And like I'm really glad Richard brought it up, because we were talking about it yesterday,
right?
And like it was going to be one of my topics for the day.
Good,
because he just asked Sean. He said he was like legitimately asking him questions, not trying to. No, those are Andy's. They're Andy's. But no, so he was asking Sean legitimate questions because he had stumbled upon some information, and so he was asking him questions. He wasn't just trying to fuck with Sean and get him all worked up. Am I correct?
Oh yeah. Sean got pissed off because I asked about the Ark, I asked about Gilgamesh, I asked about the Book of the Dead. And Sean was just basically like, if you want to find your own fucking answer, or well, he didn't say fuck because that's Sean, but he's like, you need to go look for your answers. I'm not going to convince you anymore about your own salvation.
I really liked his response, because he's like, look, it's not my job to convince you.
It's not.
And I like that was, I think a year ago it would have been a completely different answer from him, which shows a lot. I think it shows a lot. Because
I'm one of the few people that have escaped Sean's religious wrath. I have not had to sit down and have a fucking religious fucking teaching from Sean, so I've appreciated that.
Mm-hmm.
But
a year ago that would have been different,
right? It's my life philosophy, and it's part of the reason why I don't believe in the government, and I don't believe in taxes, and I don't believe in most of the laws that we have. Obviously, we as a society need laws. We do not need overlords. We don't need masters. We don't need fucking people telling us how to live our life. If you want to suck a dick, go fucking suck all the dicks. It has nothing to do with me. As long as you're not spreading disease, and as long as you're not doing harm to my family or other people, I don't give two fucks what you're doing.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with me. At all. So, I don't... whether you buy... whether you buy into what the Bible says about homosexuality, in the Bible it says if people are fucking homosexual, you stone them to death.
Yeah, I'm not about that.
In the fucking Quran, it says to fuck animals. I don't know if it says that for a fact, but I know in Muslim countries, they fuck animals and little kids. And they fucking stone women to death in the fucking street for showing skin. That is fucking...
Face.
Face is skin. So, that's fucking wrong. That is wrong.
Yeah.
So...
I did find Sean's response to you, whatever you asked. He contradicted himself a few times, and I can't quote him word for word, but he was basically saying, if your faith... If what this person said to you shook your faith that much, then your faith wasn't real to begin with. And then he went on. This is when he was going off on you, but legitimately going off on you. And I say that because I was sitting there I was actually listening to him rather than just tuning him out, because he wasn't going off the hook and religious. He was being like, look, dude, if you want to believe what you will, believe what you want. That's your decision. If you want to believe in God, you believe in God. I'm not here to tell you to believe in God. I'm not here to. And that blew my mind, because a year ago he was trying to force that on me.
Well, just in general, that is a very unusual stance in today's norm. Mm-hmm. Normally, if you are a devout Christian, you're basically a missionary. You're pushing this shit on everybody.
And he said it's not my job to convert you.
So,
but here's what I'm gonna go. Sorry.
No, you're right.
I'm gonna go forth. I'm gonna go forth and proclaim. No, I'm gonna finish what he was saying.
You're such a piece of shit.
I'm gonna finish what he was saying. He was saying if your faith was shaken, then it wasn't real to begin with. But then he kept going. He kept going.
Found it.
What? Hold on. He went on to say, now if I were to see evidence and all that, and empirical evidence that this is real and this is not, then I would believe in that. So it's like, okay, so, but he also said before that, he said, I have faith. That means that is what I believe is absolute. Like, I believe God no matter what evidence is given to me.
Well, see, that's the difficult thing, because
So he contradicted himself a few times.
I've got something real quick. Hold on.
Yeah.
I've been looking for this site. It's called DanielMeisler.com. And it shows different theories of why the Bible. Okay. And one of them I quoted earlier. The story of Noah's Ark is that a pair of every animal on earth was put on a ship, forgetting for a second the fact that the same story came directly from the epic of Gilgamesh. Keep in mind, we're being asked to believe that two 500-year-old people are caring for tens of thousands of animals. And where did they keep the food? How did they keep the poisonous snakes from biting the other animals? And where did they get the polar bears, alligators, and thousands of other animals that did not ever exist in the Middle East? Hold on. The angel's message. In Matthew 1:20, it says the angel spoke to Joseph. In Luke 1:28, he spoke to Mary. Which one was it? Mary's virginity. The Hebrew word for alam, which people took to mean virgin, actually means young women of marriage age. And there are plenty of indications that Jesus had brothers and sisters. Hold on. The census, the authors of the Bible, are trying so hard to get Jesus born in Bethlehem that they craft a story about a census. They say that Joseph had to travel back to his father's homeland in order to register for it. Can you seriously imagine, in any period, let alone then, asking the entire country to travel back to their father's hometown to register for a census? It's completely impossible. The author of the story put in there because they needed Jesus to be born in that city. Plus, historians note that Romans keep extraordinary records that weren't, and that there wasn't even a census at that time. It was completely fabricated for obvious reasons.
Right.
Hold on. Jesus and the family. The Bible says honor your mother and father, yet Jesus says you must hate your father, mother, wife, children, and even your own life to be a disciple. And so it calls no man on earth to call your father. God and murder. God says killing is wrong, yet he advocates genocide in Exodus 34:11 through 14 and Leviticus 26:7 through 9. God and slavery. We all know slavery to be wrong, but God yet openly advocates it.
right.
Jesus' heritage. There are two different...
Yeah, can we get a heritage?
There are two different genealogies for Jesus given in the Bible, and they don't match. One is curiously given through Joseph, which is strange since he's not even Jesus' father, which is why a genealogy through someone who isn't related to you. The Passover. It is widely understood that God is supposed to be all-seeing and all-knowing. If that's true, then why did he need people to mark their houses with blood in order to keep them from killing their babies inside? Mm-hmm. Last and most, kill your son to prove your love to me. God told Abraham to kill his son to prove that he loved God. Abraham raised his knife to him, about to do it, and God called it off, pleased that he would have done it. Does that sound like a moral and just God to you?
Well, look at Job. Look at the story of Job.
Absolutely.
How is that moral and just?
The devil ruined Job's life. But at the end of Job, God says he blessed him 100 to 1,000 times over. Are you kidding me? If you were a just and moral God, the first time that he turned the devil down should have been enough to you.
Yep.
Because if we forsake the devil and prove to God that we love him, it is enough for him to love us. And I believe that 100%.
So what I was going to say was, there are very few things that myself as an individual, that anyone from individual to other individual can change. It is almost impossible to change someone's beliefs. So if you believe in God, it is almost impossible for me to change your belief, because a belief is something that you have manifested in yourself and you have justified and validated. and then you throw things in there like faith and hope. Hope is an abstract thought. It is the belief that something will get better, and it goes back to what I just said with belief. Hope is a belief. You cannot change other people's beliefs, or it's very hard to do so. You cannot change someone's faith. I cannot change either one of your guys' faith, whether that's in religion, music, anything. There's only how do I want to put it? There's only life experiences and your own moral compass that can change your own faith. Mm-hmm. That's fact.
I agree. Hold on. I got 2 more points here real quick.
Go ahead.
These are 2 points that he brought up that really shaked and rattled my thought. How is the crucifixion of Jesus the ultimate sacrifice if he's not dead? He is an immortal since the beginning of time, and he is still alive and immortal today. So where is the sacrifice? And number 2, if Jesus removed our sins with his sacrifice, then how come we still have to avoid sin and accept him as our Savior to avoid an eternity to hell? What did God truly accomplish?
Right.
I mean, there at the time, there was 8,700,000 species of life forms. 2 of each needed. Okay? Do you understand the size of that fucking boat? Okay? That man could create something that large? No. Absolutely.
Definitely not at that time period.
No.
Definitely not now.
No. Have you heard of Abram Simpson?
Mm-hmm.
The 12th planet?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do I believe a lot of his theories? No. But do I think that it's possible that there might be a 12th planet? I lean towards no. I like his theories, but I believe that, if you truly had a species that came down and they crossbreed with our apex primates, that if you're that intelligent, it wouldn't take every 690 years to come back.
Right.
Like, if you're really that intelligent that you could crossbreed with us, then you would be able to come back more often. And I mean, he does make valid points as far as like the floods and the big plagues. They all line up.
Right.
I mean, and but I mean, we can make valid points to other stuff.
You can always skew and justify
everything.
Any theory.
But I'm just saying, I don't feel like he's correct, but I do feel that there is definitely something else out there. We have such a vast solar system that we only see. Okay, the Aztecs and the Mayans, they were able to navigate Pluto. Mm-hmm. Not navigate, but as such, they were able to show Pluto on their wall and in their paintings. And this is before we even knew Pluto existed.
Right.
Okay. So there is so much more out there than what we realize.
Look at the Nazca lines. You can only see the Nazca lines from the air. Why did they make them? What was the justification? They weren't flying around.
No, they were not.
So why did they do it?
I think there's so much more out there than what we want to believe. And a lot of Christians want to hate on the fact that there might be other life forms.
Because
here's the thing, our solar system,
belief.
It does shake their belief, but our solar system, if there is even a 12th planet, which I mean, I don't know if I buy that. I just don't like his theory. I mean, it seems like a crackpot, but we have not been able to reach out that far. No. And we're not going to be able to reach out that far. So what's to say that past our universe, past our solar system, there's not another us debating us?
Right. Well, and here's the thing. NASA has confirmed that there are galaxies that are close to ours that have planets that are in the so-called Goldilocks zone.
Yes. The habitable zone.
The habitable zone, close enough to his sun to support life based on our standards, but far enough away to not be incinerated like Mercury or Venus.
Yeah.
We have confirmed that. It is fact. It is science. It is irrefutable. They are there. We obviously cannot travel there. If we were to try and send a satellite there, years and years and years and years, and you might not ever receive anything back because the distance is so vast. We have confirmed that there was at one time life on Mars through microbial growth.
Yes.
So the building block of all life on Earth is microbes. So, you dive deeper and deeper and deeper into it.
By the way, I'm fully in support of like up to 12 planets or more because, so when we reclassified Pluto as a dwarf planet, we also classified a couple other bodies in the solar system as dwarf planets.
Correct.
So who's to say like dwarf? They're still technically planetoids.
Right.
So sure, 12 planets. All for it.
Well, and, with the whole gravitational cycle of things, we're all rotating around the sun.
Yeah.
Gravitational cycles decay over time.
So
you either get closer or farther away from whatever is...
So there could have been some rogue planets,
Mm-hmm.
And who's to say we don't have Nemesis?
Correct.
Because most stars are binary systems. So most stars are part of binary systems.
Correct.
And we don't have a binary, supposedly. But every 25,000 years or so, there's an extinction level event.
Mm-hmm.
And it's usually caused by a comet or something colliding with the Earth.
Correct.
And the only explanation is there's a very large solar body out there where that's so dim we can't see it, and it's moving through what is referred to as the Oort cloud, moving close to it enough to gravitationally disturb it and send comets through our solar system.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
I like how we went from religion to space.
And I love space.
I do too.
I absolutely love space.
I love space. I love space because space, you know what? A lot of people don't want to compare religion to space, but you have to actually think about the fact you want me to believe that there is one perfect and ultimate human being outside of my timeline and outside of my universe, that when I die, I will eventually transcend to there. But there is such a vast, vast world that who's to say that your heaven or the heaven you tell me about is where I go? I don't know. I don't know how it goes. We've always heard the stories of little boys dying or people dying and they saw the light, or I saw this tunnel. And you know what? It just might be where you end. You're traveling through the tunnel to just go to the blackness. I would love to believe that when I die...
We know for a fact that when you die, when your heart stops beating permanently, your brain actually lives for, I think, 3.5 minutes.
It's actually 7.
Roughly 7.
So they've increased the number then.
Yes, it's 7. It's 7. It's 7. It's the only reason I can say this is because I can verify with this that on October 13th of 2010, I OD'd. Okay. And it was when I turned away from drugs fully. I was thrown. I had
just graduated from high school.
I was thrown down a flight of stairs. Okay, and when I say a flight of stairs, like 18 to 19 stairs, and left for dead. And I remember being drugged out of the apartment. I remember being thrown down the stairs. I remember being put into the ambulance. I remember them hitting me with the Narcan, bringing me back. And the entire time I was staring at these people going, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm right here. I'm breathing. I'm fine. Please get the fuck off me. And when they hit me with the Narcan, it was like the scene out of Pulp Fiction. I can breathe on my own.
Right.
And the whole time I could see everything going on around me. And it led me to believe that statement was true. Your brain does. They'd only consider me clinically dead for 2 minutes. But that was from when they found me.
Right.
Okay. And I know I had checked out well before that, but I cannot verify. I can't tell you. But
I was dead for 3 minutes and 11 seconds.
The brain does stay alive. But what, I believe that there's you want me to believe there's something out there that's perfect and there's something out there that's immoral. And I
Right.
need to choose between the two that I want. I don't feel that I need to really choose either or, that if I led a good life again, then life will choose itself for me.
Right.
So,
Well, there's, keeping with the kind of the theme of everything, there's a lot of crazy shit not even getting out of the atmosphere of our planet. We know more about space than we know about our oceans.
Yeah.
only 15 to 20% of the ocean has been explored, because we do not have devices that can actually dive deeper
Penetrate
than that. Yes.
depth. Yeah. So, who's to say that there's not some fucking advanced civilization fucking cruising around the depths of our oceans,
Yeah.
monitoring us? That's kind of...
I don't think there's advanced civilizations cruising our oceans. I mean, I can't say no, but I do feel that there's still life forms that we haven't discovered.
Absolutely.
There's
a lot that we have
do you
not
remember
discovered.
the fish with the dangler and the light?
The anglerfish?
Yeah, it was just discovered not many years ago.
Like 35 or 40 years ago.
No, I'm talking about...
Yes.
The coelacanth was discovered not that many years
Which
ago.
one? What's the coelacanth?
No, it was discovered in 1938.
Okay. Well, I'm thinking
Okay,
of
it was discovered
another
before
animal.
that, but
We
it was
both
discovered
sound
to still be
stupid. Let's
alive.
continue.
Yeah. We are dumb fucking pieces of shit. There's another animal.
Rachel, are you still in the room, you dumb
I don't
piece of
think- I don't
shit?
think she is.
What's the one I'm fucking thinking of? I can't remember.
I don't know.
The clownfish?
No, it wasn't the clownfish. But
We just found Dory, asshole.
yeah, we did. Good fucking movie.
Oh shit.
Deep fucking conversation. That was good.
Yeah.
It was very good. I did like that.
So, to kind of wrap up that conversation, unless you guys want to keep going on it,
No.
you believe in aliens, yes or no?
Oh, absolutely.
You believe in aliens, yes,
Yes,
or no?
I believe in
Okay.
the possibility of aliens.
No, not the possibility. I
mean,
believe.
You either...
Yeah, okay,
I'm
yes,
asking for
yes.
a concrete yes or no.
Here's my
Yes.
theory on aliens. I can't prove or disprove them. I can say that I feel like my government has covered up things. I know that Area 51 is more than what they say it is. My thing on aliens is this. The 12th planet. The fact that we are just one solar system that we have not gone past. So until we can go past it and you can prove me that there is not something else out there, what's to say? It's just like an alternate dimension. Here's the thing. I feel that there's something else out there. I think that the Egyptians and the way they built the pyramids, and I'm not just saying that because that's just a hokey...
The popular theory.
Yeah, it's a popular theory, but honestly, if you look back on it, in the Egyptians' times, they did not have the technology to build those pyramids so perfectly. So do I feel that aliens have been here? Maybe.
Well-
But can I tell you that there is not a vast solar system out there that is unexplored? We are just one solar system
We're
that we know
a solar
about.
system in a galaxy
But
that we have not left our solar system.
What is outside of our solar system? What's to tell me that there's not another? Maybe it's not planet Earth. Okay, maybe they don't look like us, but what's to say they don't have the intelligence of us that
If
say,
not more.
You know, I know that we have not been to their planet. Okay. And maybe they haven't been to ours, but maybe another species has been to both of ours to
Right.
explore us. And, and then upon that, there could be a species beyond them.
Right.
I will never say that there is not a possibility that there is something out there due to the fact that we are such a... You ever heard the theory, we're just two lost souls living in a fish bowl? Who's to say...
Good God.
Not the theory, but the song. I wouldn't say song. I would say song. But who's to say we're not just someone's giant fucking fishbowl and one day they flush
absolutely.
this project?
Well,
Because they always say the end of the world, the Armageddon, the wars will come and the fires will burn down our lands. But who's to say that we're not just someone's giant? There's not a giant fucking kid that's like, these are my sea monkeys, you know? And that's what we were. He just put us in water one day. He fed us, and then we were like, tripod, you know? Who's to say that's not true?
I heard a theory last week that was kind of profound. What if we are just microbial organisms inside another living being? Like, what if we are bacteria or cells inside another living fucking thing? How fucking profound of an idea is that?
Yeah.
That we're fucking white blood cells or red blood cells in a fucking other living being, and our solar system is like a fucking neuron in some fucking creature's brain.
If that is so, then okay, I guess if our solar system is technically a neuron, then we're not, us as America / the world is not doing too bad. Well, in terms of polluting the fucking shit out of the
here's
body.
the thing. This theory was, what if we're cancer? What if we are cancerous cells inside another living being? And
it could be argued that we are cancerous to the earth. I mean, we are.
Absolutely we are. So, as improbable of a theory as that is, obviously it's nuts. But it kind of makes sense.
It does.
You know, and that's the thing with all these theories. We find ways to justify them in our mind. Our brains, it goes back to what I said earlier, our brains can't handle the concept because there's such lofty and outlandish ideas. Our brains can't handle it. So we justify and we throw in faith and hope and all these other things to compensate. So who's to say that we're not fucking cancer in somebody's lung?
I think that our galaxy, our universe is just a little marble. Men in Black.
Right.
And a Men in Black.
Well, look at what you and I talked about it a little bit a couple days ago, that the star, when we take when we take a picture of a star with our most advanced telescope, that star's already dead.
Yeah, that kind of, possibly, good chance.
Highly probable.
It takes the light from that star years, billions of years, millions, thousands, however many fucking years to get to us. So what we are looking at is the past.
Correct.
I do not believe for one fucking second that we're only 5,000 years old.
Oh, yeah, fuck no.
That's
I'm
stupid.
I'm sorry, but dude, we still have shit evolving.
Well, then, sir, you need to read this book.
Good God.
I will actually read this.
No, put it back. I don't want him to know it's disappeared. It is The Lie by Ken Ham.
You just gave it to me to read.
It's not mine to give.
You don't give me other people's shit. That's a lie.
You fucking Indian giver.
You fucking made it to be yours.
It was a prop.
Is there anybody out there still watching? Anyone, please comment.
Roughly 3 people.
Anyone?
My wife's watching. I know that for a fact.
Because Miranda and your wife want to know what we're doing. What do you think we're doing, ladies? We're about to get naked.
Good God, man.
That's a teaser for the next trailer.
So I'm going to move on from this super deep conversation.
That was pretty deep, and I liked it.
I'm going to ask you two what your thoughts are specifically on
I agree.
the upcoming blockbuster that it's going to be in Infinity War. Who do you think's going to die? Go, Richard.
Oh, shit.
Just the first film. Because obviously it's a two-part series.
Well, if... Oh, shit. If we're going to go on the comics...
No comics. Just this movie.
Fuck, that's so tough, dude. I don't know. Obviously, if we're going to go on the movie, Robert Downey Jr. cannot die. Okay, and Captain America cannot die. Because they have to, they just have to because of their budgets. They're they're gonna have to continue on to the next film. I could see Hawkeye getting offed. I could definitely see the Scarlet Witch getting off. No,
Okay.
and I could definitely see what is it, Black Widow? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could see her getting offed. Spider-Man, I don't know how they're gonna go about him. Sorry, but I have to bring this up in the comics. But he gets the symbiotic suit, okay, and that's what helps turn the tables, okay, in the comics.
Correct.
I don't know how they're going to go about him. I don't see Spider-Man dying first issue or first volume, as I'd call it. Guardians of the Galaxy. Ooh, Rocket Raccoon's definitely going to live. Star-Lord's going to live. What's her name? Gamora. Yeah, I think she's going to go. Only because...
So you think they're going to kill more than 3 people in this first film?
Oh, absolutely.
I think several upon several people.
I think several people. Gamora, definitely, because it's going to break, like, what they're going to do is they're going to break Star-Lord's heart, and he's going to be like, vengeance! And then,
But he's just a man.
Drax is definitely going to live. Groot obviously has to live. Let's see, where are we at? Black Panther, he lives. They're going to take out more smaller, minute. Ant-Man, no, I don't see him.
I don't think Ant-Man's even in this movie.
No, he is. They confirmed it.
Okay.
Yeah, they have to have him in there. He's part of them.
But
no,
he lives because there's a movie coming out this summer.
Yeah, that's the summer movie. No, Ant-Man probably, he gets offed.
Good God.
All right, okay.
No, it's just because he's a shitty, like, is he a funny character? Like, does Paul Rudd do a great job?
Oh,
Absolutely.
I love fucking
but do I
this
think,
Scott
like,
Lang.
do
Yeah,
I
man.
think that he needs to fucking, no, he's going to get offed. Let's see, who else am I fucking missing?
Vision.
Vision will live.
Doctor
No. Vision will not live. They're going to off Vision, and he's going to get his Infinity Stone to make Thanos stronger. And then they're going to be like, what the fuck do we do for movie 2? Doctor Strange, definitely. Doctor Strange, if you consider the fact that in the comic books, he comes back to alter the dimensions to bring... I believe he brings back Spider-Man. Does he not?
I think that's
okay.
right.
I think that's right. I could be wrong.
I haven't read
That's for
Infinity
Journey
War
into
since I was a
Comics to
kid.
get into. Also another podcast on the network.
Nice plug, Richard.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
JIC is the network. I am the Senate.
Do it.
Shit, who else? Black Panther, he'll live. He'll definitely live.
You'll live. No, you.
Oh, shit. I don't know. I just, for what I said, I mentioned.
Hold on, hold.
No, the Hulk will live. The Hulk has to live. The Hulk lives to episode 2. Doctor Strange, I really do feel, is going to have to reverse time in the second volume because everybody eventually gets offed. And then Doctor Strange, I believe, blasts them back to another dimension or an alternate timeline, and they're able to come back. The Hulk will live. I don't think the Hulk will come out immediately in this movie. About midway.
I've got some theories about
Yeah,
a lot
so-
of
We
movies
discussed
that-
this today.
And then who else? Who else am I missing?
Nate says you are a pro. Nate Phillips
F
says
plugs.
Rolo
You're
is
a
a
pro. Plugs.
Who else am I
And
missing?
comics.
Who else am I missing?
Nebula.
Nebula is Gamora's sister, correct?
Correct.
Yep.
Okay, no, dude, no, she's not going to have any play in this. They're
She's
not.
in this movie.
Yeah, but I don't think she's going to have a giant portion.
What about
dude.
Loki?
Oh, fuck.
What about Thor? You left both of those
I did
guys
leave
out.
Thor out. It's hard because there's so many goddamn people going into this movie.
And in that
Dude, you're
trailer-
taking a giant fucking universe of people.
The latest trailer, you see several people in agony.
Correct. But that doesn't mean they're dying.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, fuck. Thor, obviously, no, Thor can't die. Thor can't die first movie. They've got too much invested into him. And then Loki, I don't know. He's a toss-up in my eyes. Because can you off him? Absolutely, because you still have Thor. But do you want to off him because Loki does have those magical powers?
But it could be fuel for Thor to be more by losing his brother.
Yeah, but dude,
Because as
you
much as he
know
hates Loki, he
everybody
loves his
dies
brother.
in the second film. Everyone's gonna die by the second film. Thanos just destroys everyone. It depends on, dude. You gotta look at it like this though too. Look how much Marvel has fucked everything up. Okay, look how much the fact that the lines, the timelines and shit do not make fucking sense. Okay, the things that they do and don't do.
See, I think they've done a
fucking
pretty
sense.
good-
Quicksilver, do we not remember Quicksilver fucking dying? He was not originally supposed to die that way.
Right.
Okay. Dude, you got the fucking fact of Iron Man 3 is the before film of Age of Ultron.
Correct?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, but like just the timelines and some of the things that Marvel does just don't make fucking sense. So it's hard to really say who will and will not survive. Will they kill a couple people in the first movie? Absolutely, because it's the only way to get you to watch the second one.
Do you think Thanos gets all the stones in the first movie?
Yes,
Okay.
because that's the reason. The reason why they're going to go so hard in number 2.
Okay. Blaine, what's your thoughts?
First off, Nate Phillips says, I just read Infinity Gauntlet, and Nebula literally is the wild card that saves everyone by stealing the gauntlet.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
I did not know that.
I did not know that either.
What do I think? Okay,
Thank you, Mr. Phillips, you sexy bastard. Godfather of the podcast.
You sexy pod daddy.
Oh, shit. Don't say daddy.
Spoiler alert. Anyway, so you and I discussed this earlier today, and we're pretty much on the same page.
We've both got different theories, but we're both very close.
Yeah. So we both think that Captain America is going to essentially Mr. Tony Stark, Iron Man. He's going to be on the verge of, getting one-shotted by Mr. Thanos
With his ungauntleted hand.
Yeah. And so then we think last second Mr. Steve Rogers, Captain America, is gonna jump in and save Iron Man, save Tony.
Before you go on from this, Disney and Marvel have done a very good job throughout this.
Where you from? This guy from Boston?
I'm from Boston. But they have done a very good job of foreshadowing from movie to movie, continuity. So in the original Avengers movie...
Look at fucking Avengers Age of Ultron. That scene in Hawkeye's yard where Captain America and Tony are splitting wood. Mm-hmm. They start having a disagreement.
Correct.
That was a huge lead into Civil War.
Absolutely.
Huge lead in.
So, and it goes back to what I was getting ready to say with the first Avengers movie when they're having the exchange on the helicarrier and they're going back and forth and everybody's riled up and they're rabbling and Tony and Steve are going back and forth and Steve says to Tony, "What are you without your armor? You're just a man. Are you the guy that's going to lay down the barbed wire and let other people crawl over top of you? No." And Tony has proved that throughout the series that he is still the playboy philanthropist. He is out not just for his own self-preservation, but he wants to continue his way of life, so he's going to keep doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
And Captain America is obviously the I lost the word that I was trying to use. The opposite. I'll go simple there. The opposite.
Yeah.
So
Nice recovery.
thank you.
Great save.
So how powerful of an image, not just cinematography, but even if you were just if you were listening to it on an audiobook, how powerful of an image would it be where Thanos is beating the fuck out of Tony and he's gonna kill Tony, and we got that scene in the most recent trailer where Captain America is holding back Thanos
as fuck
with his fucking inhuman strength.
And I want to take a minute. I've said
You're
this
fine.
to you. I want to mention the MCU has done a great job of every chance they get showing how strong Captain America is, because Winter Soldier, you get that shot of him holding a helicopter while holding a building
With his fucking bulging biceps.
Yes, just keeping that helicopter from fucking taking
I would
off.
definitely masturbate to that scene if I was queer.
Pretty sure I have, and I'm not queer.
If I'm queer.
If I'm queer.
I'm a queer.
But, so how powerful an image would it be where Tony is on the verge of death, he's been defeated, and Cap comes in and saves the day, defends Tony, lets everyone else, gives them all enough time to escape, and Cap sacrifices himself for the good of everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
With Tony and his mental health, you know, he's going through PTSD, anxiety, he's having all these real-life things happen in his mind when normally he doesn't have those. You know, I made the comment this morning that Tony is the greatest representation of what we as human beings are, because even though he has had a silver spoon in his mouth his whole life, he had the trauma of losing his parents and having to grow up alone and having this great mind and having to build his, you know, he not only did he have to build and survive, but he had to step out of his dad's shadow even after he was long gone, because his dad was such an important person in this timeline of history. And then, you know, the whole going into space and being willing to sacrifice himself so Earth could continue to exist. And that phone call where he's trying to call Pepper to basically say his last goodbye and he can't do it. How strong of an impact that would have on somebody's mind, you know, when they're on the verge of death. And then going forward, Winter Soldier, Civil War, figuring out that someone that you consider your friend, their friend killed your parents and they are defending them. That would be difficult for anybody to deal with. And then, you know, at the end of Civil War, Cap and Bucky have Tony immobilized. Cap could have killed Tony.
Yeah.
He could have put his fucking boot on Tony's throat and watched him wriggle to death.
Yeah, and you know, the emotions were high.
Absolutely.
Cap was definitely on the verge.
Well, I just got Bucky back. You're not going to take Bucky away from me. I don't care who you are. This is my friend. This is my family. You're not going to take him away from me. He did not do these things by his own accord. He regrets. And you know, it's very powerful imagery when Tony says to Bucky, "Do you even remember them?" And Bucky says, "I remember all of them."
Yeah.
You know, because he was a prisoner in his own mind. So that's really powerful imagery. And to me, you know, like Richard said, lots and lots of people are going to die. Lots of people we care about are going to die.
Yeah.
Tony and Chris Evans are the two highest budgeted people they have on the project.
This is going to be much like episode 1 of season 7 of The Walking Dead when they killed Glenn.
Spoiler alert. I'm not caught up on The Walking Dead, but obviously I know Glenn gets beat to fucking death.
Sorry, I mean, it was a very emotional. It
was an eye-popping
I
scene.
saw
You had to
I
do
saw
it.
an article that people actually felt worse for when Glenn died than a normal family member.
Yeah.
Because that's how much. Okay, anyway.
Well, media becomes a part of our life, so.
Sorry.
Anyway, continue with your theory.
Where was I?
I would
Cap.
still like you to know that.
You know, now that
Glenn
I'm
does
thinking
die
about it.
season 1 or episode 1, season 7.
So now that I'm thinking about it, reverse that. It could be Iron Man saving Cap.
And
that goes back to what Cap said to him in the very first Avengers movie.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, he kind of already filled that role by trying to sacrifice himself in space. You know,
But
I'm gonna take this nuke.
I don't call
I
that.
agree, but I disagree at the
I
same
disagree.
time.
He
because
was the
went
only-
into that wormhole knowing that there was a chance that he could come back.
true.
Yes,
I mean,
and he
I'm not
took the
discounting
chance
that.
because he was the only one that could have done it.
And I'm not discounting that at all. But you know, he kind of did. There was still a chance that he wouldn't make it back.
Right.
No, regardless. Either way, he was taking a
No,
nuke
he
into
100.
space.
No, he 100% thought because of his cocky philanthropist.
You are struggling.
Yeah, I did. I can't say those fancy words.
Philanthropist.
Attitude that he would come back, that he would be the one, because
I'm
Tony
fucking Tony
Stark,
Stark, and I'm gonna save the
I'm gonna
day.
fucking save you guys. I'm going to make it. I'm going to come back. It wasn't until he actually made it through that he realized, oh, fuck.
I'm in space,
I can't even handle this. So I'm not going to give you the fact of, I'm not giving you that.
I love the idea, though, of Tony actually being the one to save Cap.
I like that, too.
I think it would actually be more powerful imagery. It would be obviously the same kind of tone and emotion, but it would be that much stronger when Tony has lived his whole life this one way, and he's finally forgiven Cap for Bucky's transgressions. He might not have forgiven Bucky, but he forgives Cap.
I don't think Cap should have taken the attitude he did in the Age of Ultron or even Civil War. I mean, because Cap took not Cap, but Tony was like, well, hey, this is what they're telling us we have to do. And Tony's thought was, hey, they're going to shut me down. I think that he looked at it through that, too, is they're going to shut me down. They're going to shut down my operations. They're going to shut down what I am. They're going to shut down my name if I don't abide by, their rules.
Correct.
And in all honesty, Cap looked at it like, there are no rules.
Don't fucking tread on me, motherfucker.
We are saving humanity. We are saving these people. Mm-hmm. And Tony didn't take a look at it like that. He looked at it through, this is going to kill my legacy. This is going to kill my name. Because
Correct.
like you said, he didn't grow up with his father. And Tony was, hey, look at me, look at me, look at me. And now all of a sudden they're like, hey, if you don't listen, no one's going to fucking look at you because we're going to shut you down. That's the biggest thing that Civil War really brought about, is that Tony had taken the fact of, hey, we need to follow these guys. We need to listen to them. Hey, they're right. Look what we did to New York. But Captain's not like that. Captain's like, but think of the people we saved. Think of what we stopped. Think of what we did and what we can do. Tony doesn't look at it that way. I mean, he's smart, but he doesn't look at it logically like the way Captain does.
Captain looks at it like, he says, it's like, what if we need to go somewhere and they don't let us?
That's that. And then Captain's
regulation
and Cap's choice is the fact that we're going to save people regardless of what your laws and regulations are. Tony's like, no, they only let us save people. No, that's not the being of a superhero.
Correct.
I mean, it's just like I'm
not normally a Captain America fan. Chris Evans kind of breathed life back into the flame.
Do you know that Chris Evans did not want to be Captain America?
Well, he was actually the third choice.
But he still didn't want to do it.
Right.
Regardless, he said that after the Fantastic Four, he said, I don't want to do another superhero movie because the Fantastic Four
was terrible.
Dude, has anyone seen the very new Fantastic Four?
I have not.
You don't need to.
Going back to my inaugural episode.
It was so fucking bad. But anyway, go on with your thoughts.
So
it's number 3. Who was the first
bad.
2? Because I don't remember the first 2.
It's terrible.
We haven't got past Cap yet on him. Oh, as far as Captain America?
Yeah.
Jensen Ackles, star of Supernatural, Dean, was originally cast as Captain America. Yep. And then he turned Captain America down to do Supernatural full time. And then shortly after that, John Krasinski was partially cast as Captain America, and then they auditioned Chris Evans, and they're like, sorry, John.
John, what's he from?
The Office.
The Office, 13 Hours.
The Office, wait, is John the main guy?
No.
Pam's boyfriend.
Yes.
Okay.
That's John Krasinski.
Okay, I did hear this. I did hear him.
So
I did not hear
he
Dean
was second choice, and then Chris Evans interviewed and auditioned after Krasinski, and then they're like, we have to have Chris Evans. And, he didn't want to do it, but they're like, hey, we'll give you this much money. And he's like, oh, fuck yeah, we'll do it.
I like money.
I like it.
It's green, and I like to masturbate with it.
I would fuck Tiffany. I'd eat her pussy for $1 million.
God, man. Let's stay on Infinity War. So yeah, I definitely agree with you, Blaine. It's either going to be Cap or Tony. I would like it more if it was Tony because Not just from a financial standpoint. Robert Downey Jr. is obviously the highest budgeted person on the project.
I don't understand that. I don't understand that because
He's the first. He's the one that's
Iron
been there the
Man
longest.
2 and 3 were shit.
The first one was also shit. They
Okay,
were all bad.
The first one
was terrible.
No, not as bad as 2 and 3.
I'm gonna fight a giant version of myself. That is fucking crap.
Okay, and number 2.
I'm gonna fight myself again, but he's got whips.
That was a terrible version of Whiplash.
It was.
And number 3.
But Mickey fucking.
I'm gonna
rocked.
fight a pretend Mandarin, and it was even worse.
Yeah,
Don't
3
fucking
sucked.
ruin the Mandarin.
Okay, don't understand why the fuck Robert Downey Jr. is the highest paid.
He
Don't
is the
understand it. I
highest
don't
paid.
understand it. He's a joke.
He's not a joke. He's a good
He
actor.
He's a
himself does a
great
great job.
actor, but his fucking movies were terrible.
That's not a reflection of his acting though.
But the fucking movies are a reflection of the fact that fucking Disney fucked up for the first time ever.
Anyway,
But that has nothing to do with his acting. So
Listen,
he's
I know
still a
Mickey's
great
got
actor.
fucking millions, so why don't we go back and reboot 1, 2, and 3 and try again?
we might if he dies in
If he-
Infinity War.
Then he needs to. Then we need to off him. First round.
So-
Off him. Hold off on volume 2. Reboot 1, 2, and 3, and then come back.
So who's your other two?
My other two. So I'm going Black Widow. We talked about that. Just the fact that so
She's weak.
you and I discussed the fact that Bruce Banner, he does not want to turn back into Hulk, or he's incapable of turning into Hulk.
Correct.
So he dons the Hulkbuster armor.
I think that in all the trailers that we've seen so far, whenever you see the Hulkbuster armor, that it's actually Bruce Banner inside of it and not Tony or someone else. Because at the end of, or throughout Ragnarok, he says, if I turn into the Hulk, I might not be able to turn back. Well, what if it's the opposite way? What if after Ragnarok, when in the trailer you see him in the Sanctum Sanctorum, he's Bruce Banner? What if after that last kind of jaunt as the Hulk, now he can't turn back into the Hulk, and he knows that power and he wants it, but at the same time he's afraid of it, and then he gets reunited with Natasha, Black Widow, Miss Romanoff, and it's like, man, life is good. We got to fight this dude and all these people, but she is the only person that I've let in my life emotionally, because she's the only person that's been willing to do it. Mm-hmm. So he dons the Hulkbuster armor, and he's fighting the fucking children of Thanos, and he's doing his thing. And in the trailer, you see him kind of get dogpiled and overwhelmed by the minions of Thanos. And what if during that little scene, Natasha dies? That's his person. That is his one fucking person. And he just fucking hulks out of the Hulkbuster.
Like, next thing you know, just pow! Hulkbuster explodes, and out comes the Hulk.
Think about all the times that he's become Hulk. It's been out of that we've seen. As far as screen time goes, it's out of necessity. I need to get mad to fight this person, and then after that, I can go back to being Banner.
But that's a secret, Tyler.
That's a secret. He's always angry.
mad.
But I need to get madder and become the Hulk.
That'd be a highly emotional and chilling scene.
Well, it's
It'd be a
sadness, it's
spectacle.
rage, it's pain.
Rage is sadness.
It's emotional pain felt physically.
Yes.
I mean, it
that
is
is rage.
Right.
That is rage. Rage is more than anger.
You just said rage like 37 times.
I said it 3 times.
So, 37. So, imagine him just fucking hulking out of the Hulkbuster and
be
just
fucking
going on a rampage.
That'd be phenomenal.
Think about how it just, Scarlett Johansson, she's expensive. She doesn't contribute a whole lot. She's got some comic relief, and, she does a little bit here or there, and she's built more of the Banner backstory, which is good.
They don't eat her.
Skylar, make my fish. But so it builds it would add so much to the film and the franchise as a whole if that is what put him over the edge.
I'm waiting for the comments up there.
I'm sure it'll be there. It'll be the little okay thing. So I hate what?
I said I get my foot off from behind there.
I hate to hijack it every time you
Oh no, it's all
you
good.
say your
It's all
pick,
good.
but-
You are a very well spoken person. So
Thank you.
when I have an idea, sometimes I rely on you to convey it better.
I appreciate that.
I have great ideas. It's just sometimes I suck at conveying.
Well,
them.
our brains struggle sometimes on getting
Yeah.
the things that we want to say out of our mouths. And we're partners and we're synced.
Yes,
So sometimes
partners.
my mouth is connected to your brain.
it's not the only thing it's connected to. Oh, but no. She sends live long and prosper.
Yes, indeed.
Awesome.
So what's your third pick?
Third pick. Ooh. So there is always the possibility of Vision dying.
Correct.
I don't
think
that.
he's gonna die.
I don't think he is either. I don't think that Vision needs the Mind Stone out of necessity.
Oh, he found the Pringles.
Hey, Miranda gave me those. Those are mine.
Does this mean I can't have any?
That does. That's a fresh can. If you can't tell, that is a fresh can. Hasn't.
There's nothing in this house I can eat.
This is a prison on planet bullshit.
That's,
In the sanctum of dick.
Sex Camel's dick.
if you can't tell, this can still has the
It doesn't have any semen in it, does it?
God, it's not like I wouldn't buy you a can of Pringles.
the top has not been popped.
Please pop the top. Your commentators are starving. If you can hear us out there, we are starving.
Did you order AJ's?
Send us food.
I sent you my address so
I
you can
don't want
order.
to call in the middle of the show. It's rude.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
Please pop the top.
All right, I'm gonna pop the top.
Let's listen.
So who's your third pick?
Everyone, listen. Shh.
I don't know who my third pick is.
Shh. Oh, listen. Pop it quietly on. All right, everyone.
You ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Ready?
Here we go.
Oh,
I just came.
I just a little bit.
You know,
There's definitely a dribble on the head of my dick.
Oh, I got a whole full pool.
oh, this is gonna be bad. I'm gonna. He's tweaking for Pringles.
Oh, he goes for the... No, I'm good. I got fish.
Hold on, I'm gonna crunch this.
Anyway,
Whoa, bro.
he's going double stack.
I'm not going double stack. I want a half double stack.
You can't triple stamp a double stamp, by the way. But, so... Do you...
Third
so-
pick. Fuck. That's tough.
Throw an obscure one out.
I think Gamora could possibly die.
I like that.
You say Gamora? Mm-hmm. Dude, I'm telling you, Gamora's gonna die because Star-Lord is so different to this realm that they need his attitude.
But they also need Gamora in the battle against Thanos. We don't need Nebula. We need Gamora.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you, dude. I'll tell you what. I bet $1,000 that Gamora dies episode 1.
I'm not going to bet you $1,000 on a movie theory. But, so obviously my theories on at least two of them are, I agree with the Cap and or Tony in the first film. My theory definitely was the Black Widow being fuel for the Hulk's fire, for whatever reason.
I love the Hulk. I love the Hulk Buster
That's my
theory.
favorite.
I do.
You love the Hulk Buster or you love the Hulk?
No, I love the Hulk Buster theory.
Oh, okay.
It's beautiful.
Yep. These two installments in the MCU have to hit us with a constant stream of emotion. Obviously we're all invested. We've all watched all of these movies, which you can see reviews of on the Road to Infinity War if you subscribe to our Patreon for $3. So
$3.
What is $3 to you?
Not shit.
Nothing.
for $1 you get really cool shit really early. For $3 you get all that really cool
By
shit.
really cool shit, we mean all the other shows besides this one.
Right. For $3 you get all that cool shit plus the Road to Infinity War, for where every show on the network reviews a film on the Road to Infinity War all the way up to Black Panther right before Infinity War comes out.
We got 3.
We've got 3 of them. We did Guardians, Deadpool as a kind of add-on, and we'll soon be doing Doctor Strange, so stay tuned for that, Patreon.
Yep.
But
You know what we get next? Part 2 Infinity War?
Do you know when we get it?
No. Do you know what we get?
No.
We get Adam Warlock.
Oh, that's right. They
We get
teased it in
fucking
Guardians.
Adam Warlock. Fuck yeah.
Who the fuck is Adam Warlock?
He is
A piece of shit.
the end to Thanos.
Not necessarily.
Who the fuck is Adam Warlock? I'm so confused.
They teased it at the end of Guardians of the
2.
Galaxy 2. Galaxy of the Guardians 2.
The collective, or whatever
Throwback.
the fuck they were called, created this super being that supposedly has like godlike powers that can challenge Thanos. So we're not going to get into that. You and I will talk about it tomorrow at work.
Absolutely. We will.
But so
supposedly he has the Soul Stone in the comics.
in the comics, yes, but see, here's the thing.
I get it, things are different.
Yeah, and
Very.
this is one of the few times that I'm okay with them messing with the canon.
Oh yeah.
I don't need, in the comics, Drax is the only person that can challenge Thanos because of the change that his body goes through, where he becomes Drax the Destroyer and not just regular old Drax,
The
So,
Sovereign. They're who
thank
create
you.
them.
I said the collective. Thanks, Podfather.
Thanks, Nick. We enjoy feeling stupid.
His name's not Nick.
Nate.
God, you suck, Richard.
Nick Torres.
Oh God, I'm sorry. I'm
Anyway,
sorry, Nate.
so we have to be invested, so we need some really emotional, powerful stuff. And in almost every review, on camera, on mic, just conversation, I've praised Marvel and Disney's cinematography because they've done they've done a really good job. And in almost every major production, I pick apart cinematography because I kind of have a passion with that.
Yeah.
Black Panther, I picked it apart because it was very blurry, and I was disappointed in that. But so we need a lot of powerful shots and scenes and really good dialogue. So I personally do not believe that Thanos is going to get all the stones in the first movie.
No.
I think he might get 4 out of the 5, and the Soul Stone is what's going to come in the second
Which we
installment.
still have not seen.
No one knows where it's at. There was a lot of theories going into Black Panther that it was going to be in Wakanda,
Yeah,
which made sense.
it did. But what if the Sovereign have it and they're using it for
Adam Warlock. That would make sense.
But the Soul Stone, it has control over the dead.
Correct.
So that doesn't make sense for that theory.
Why?
Because what does that have anything to do with Adam Warlock? I don't know. Okay, so I don't know.
Well, they supposedly live forever.
I don't know. I don't know much about the mythos of that going that far into fucking Marvel.
Right.
So
So anyway,
Say Rolo what?
Rolo fail. My first...
Because you called him Nick.
My theories for 1 and 2 are definitely what we've already talked about as far as Black Widow and either Tony or Cap.
I'm gonna have to call it short here soon, guys.
That's fine. We are at 2 hours 12 minutes. So
Yeah, we're
we
getting
are
ready
going
to wrap it up.
We're going into overtime, and I didn't even get to talk about my second topic. So
What was your second topic?
that American Idol contestant that got
Kissed by Katy Perry.
he was saving his first kiss.
Let me finish what I'm saying. And we'll
Yes.
touch on that real
Yeah.
quick. As far as the third one goes,
Spoiler alert, we're going to talk about that.
I could see. Don't fucking. Are you treading on me right now?
No,
You're fucking touching my leg. You're treading on me.
I'm not.
Oh. Anyway, I could see Drax going, because Drax, for whatever reason, in this iteration of,
He's not as powerful as...
he's not as powerful. Number one, I expected when they threw him into the goo in Guardians 1 that he would get all of his power, because that's kind of how it happened in the comics.
Yeah.
And he didn't. He's still just Drax. But Batista has done such a good job with Drax that, as far as the characters go, losing Drax would kind of be like losing the ties that bind all of you together. Peter is there for the family aspect, and he really wants Gamora. Mantis is now involved. Peter's lost Yondu. Him and Rocket has kind of connected and is less of a douchebag all the time. But Rocket really only still cares about Groot at the forefront, you know?
Yeah.
If anybody else dies, he's going to be sad. But if Groot dies permanently, he's going to be emotionally crushed.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, so I could see Drax, and Brandon actually brought this up to my attention. You know, Drax in Guardians 1 is like, Ronan, we
Yeah,
have to
let's
fucking
fucking
kill
kill
him.
him.
And
And
then
then
after they kill Ronan, it's like, he was nobody. Thanos is really the guy that I'm going after. And I said it a little bit ago, they've done such a good job with foreshadowing that I could see Drax trying to go toe-to-toe with Thanos and just getting obliterated. Obviously going out in a blaze of glory, not just being kind of dusted aside as fodder. But yeah, those are my three big
Okay.
ones. Because you know the Guardians is such a popular franchise, and now that they're involved in the entirety of everything, you know, as a whole, they're going to become a big part of, you know, in the next Avengers movie after Infinity War is over, they're going to talk about Guardians of the Galaxy. They have to. Like, hey, have they found anything, you know? Yada, yada, yada. So,
Gamora.
I
Gamora, because Drax also cares about her.
Drax cares about everybody, though.
That, not the way he does Gamora, though. If you watch the film, you notice how he cares about her.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Thank you.
So moving on.
That was a good conversation about
Yeah, it
Infinity
really
War.
was. Moving on. So on American Idol, there was a tryout contestant who
Correct.
supposedly was saving his first kiss for someone he truly loved and cared about. And so when he approached the judges' table, he thought Katy Perry was going to give him a kiss on the cheek. Instead, she kissed him on the lips. And
And he got triggered as fuck.
there are call outs, like hardcore, of sexual assault from Katy Perry. Like Katy Perry sexually assaulted him and all this shit. Fuck off.
Well, wait a minute.
Fuck off.
Wait a minute. They're
Number one, Katy Perry kissed a girl and she liked it.
and she's fucking hot. Katy Perry's hot.
And it was tasted like cherry chapstick.
Anyway, so as much as I normally would agree with you on something like this, I disagree, because if I were to be in Katy Perry's position and a female approached that judge's table and she leaned in for me to kiss her on the cheek and I kissed her on the lips, liberals across the world would have been fucking triggered. I would have had a sexual harassment suit against me fucking immediately. I would have lost my job. I would be in jail right then, the next day, in the next fucking 12 hours. I would have been a criminal.
Who did he save his first kiss for? It wasn't Katy?
No.
Who was it?
Nobody.
Somebody he cared about.
So he didn't have anybody.
So
He had never been kissed.
the reason I say this,
Was he weird?
He
Little
looked-
bit.
Yeah.
but
Can
so
we watch the
saved
clip?
him.
if we are going to buy in and participate with this gender neutrality, gender fluidity, LGBTQ plus, binary, you know, don't assume my gender bullshit, you have to fucking continue the trend. And if we're going to be politically correct all the time, which I don't agree with, it's a fucking abstract thought that's fucking stupid. The world is not nice, people. People are going to hurt your feelings. Get the fuck over it and move on.
Yeah.
So if that is the social norm right now, she should be a fucking she should be prosecuted for sexual harassment. Now, if I were that dude and Katy Perry kissed me on the lips, I would have fucking pounced on her like a Bengal tiger. Right there.
There's the Tyler I know.
Right there in front of everybody. Right there in front of everybody. I would have fucking been knocking the bottom out of that
Yeah.
shit.
Absolutely, I gotta agree.
Yeah,
Katy Perry
I don't
Katy
know.
Perry's lips barely grazed
I mean, I
mine.
would have been fucking looking over at Lionel Richie
I'd have
asking him if he wanted to
prematurely
fucking jump in on it.
ejaculated all over that judge's table.
I would have fucking DP'd Katy Perry with Lionel Richie.
Right there. Fucking
Fucking Jerry curls fucking
I don't
flopping
know about a
around,
DP.
grease flying everywhere.
No, not with her. No.
I just think it's bullshit. I mean,
It definitely is bullshit.
get
I
the
don't
fuck
disagree
over
with
it.
it.
You just You were saving. You were
Katy
saving
Perry
yourself.
kissed you, dickhead.
You were saving your first kiss for something special, something that meant something. Dude, you just got kissed by Katy Perry.
Tell your fucking mom
one
to
of the
come back
most
home.
attractive and talented singers in the pop industry.
Absolutely.
So
I
it's like,
agree.
And
dude,
that's why I said I don't disagree with you,
Yeah.
but at the same time,
But
I
if
kind of
you-
have to.
if you were to go along with that shit, yeah, I agree. But like, seriously, dude, you just got kissed by like one of the most famous people in the pop industry currently.
Correct. She fucked Russell Brand.
Whoa!
She was married to Russell Brand.
She
for
was
a
in a
short time.
POD song.
She was.
Oh,
Goodbye for now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. That's before she became big, though.
Yeah, she wasn't even Katy Perry.
No, she was-
Katy Hudson.
I think that. is
Katie
her
Hudson
actual name.
is not. No, that's
No, there's
Katie
Kate Hudson, but there. I'm gonna look it up currently.
Anyway, listen, we gotta end this, dude. We gotta end this because I can't sit here. It's 8:00. Gotta call it.
Hold on, we gotta see this. Catherine Elizabeth Hudson.
Thank you. I love her David Bowie imagery, by the way.
Yeah, it's pretty
Because
cool.
she actually looks like David Bowie.
I think she looks fucking terrible now.
yeah,
With her haircut short.
I liked her better before, but you know, it is what it is.
She's still fucking hot, dude.
yeah, for sure.
Really.
Yeah, she's still fucking hot. She's got a shit ton of money. You're telling me you would fucking the panda for $1 million, but you wouldn't fucking get down with Katy Perry for free?
Katy Perry.
Katy Perry. Now I'm starting to Rolo. It's rubbing off. On...
Yeah. If you're starting to roll, then we need to just get the fuck out of here.
We need to call it a bolo.
So, Richard, Mr. Rolo the Aquarius.
Absolutely.
Who are you today? Rolo the Aquarius or Rolo
I
the
am.
Destroyer?
I am an Rolo the Aquarius. I'm
I like
an
long walks on the
Aquarius.
beach and frisking women.
Thank you so much for joining us again, and on last second notice as
No,
well.
absolutely, dude. I love hanging out with you guys,
Hell
and
yeah.
like the fact that we could actually make it through the whole show is awesome. I mean, Tyler was sad today, and just to see him smile because I was here made my day. Because I know
Yeah.
that at one point in time, if he could have turned the pressure up to suicidal, he'd have blown his brains out.
Yes, I would have.
But
I was
now-
having a fucking bad day. And his hands in my pants.
It's on his thigh.
But once again, thank
Cover
you.
that up.
Thank
I
you
don't
so
want
much
people
for
to see
joining
what's
us.
going on here. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Hope to be back again.
Tyler, thank you. for
Real
always
quick,
being here.
listen.
What's up? For always letting
I
me
need
be
to know.
here.
Can I flash my nut sack real fast?
No.
No.
Nate said he'll give me $50 if I do it, and I'll split it with you guys.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Okay, real quick. You should never fucking listen to anything that Nate says.
But he did say
Nate
for $50 if I
Vanderwall,
showed my
not
nut sack
he
real
says
fast.
bro every fucking
Yes,
word.
I know he does. But if he said if I showed my nut sack, he'd give me $50.
Show him your nutsack for $50.
No, I had to show it on the live feed.
Nope.
Go home, have your wife log into Facebook.
You know what we need to do? Just listen, what we need to do. Tomorrow when we go to work, be like, oh my God. We were filming and Richard had his nuts out the
Dude, I'll do
entire
it.
time.
I'll do it.
I'll do it.
Just
I'm
tell him, be
down.
like, Richard has nuts out the entire time. And then be like, Richard told us at the end of the episode, we finally realized because he was sitting behind the stool, that the only reason he did it is because you told him that if he did, you give him $50.
Give him $100.
We're down. We're down.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
So as I was saying, thank
I
you,
didn't want to show my nuts because I
Tyler.
want to come
Thank
back.
you for always letting me come back.
It's not about coming back. You are a part of the show. So we are a duo.
If he ever gets leukemia, can I take his spot?
Wolverines!
Wolverines. nice fucking Red Dawn shit.
Dude,
Hell yeah.
if he
The
ever
new
gets,
Red Dawn
if he
with
gets
Chris Hemsworth
leukemia,
was
can I take
terrible.
his spot?
I liked it.
It was terrible.
I liked it.
Please?
It had fucking, what's
was
his name
different.
from
I
Drake and
get it.
Josh?
It was Josh. I know.
In what show?
Red Dawn. The new Red Dawn. I own it. I love
What,
that
Josh
movie.
Bell?
No,
Or
the other, the
Josh
fucking
Bell.
retarded one.
Josh Peck. Drake Bell. You're thinking Drake Bell.
Yeah, Josh Peck's a terrible actor.
Yeah.
That movie was terrible.
I liked it. I enjoyed it. But
Bye, guys.
so before we close, shout out to the Journey into Comics Network for hosting us, letting us be part of the network.
Shout out
You guys
to the
are
Journey
awesome.
in Comics. Shout out to the Journey in Comics.
We have tons of if you're gonna please subscribe to the Journey into Comics Network by subscribing to Journey into Comics on Podbean,
Stitcher
iTunes,
Radio.
Stitcher Radio, Spotify,
Please
Google Play,
Music.
subscribe.
and all kinds of things.
Oh, we'll come to your house and make sure you're not alive.
Oh. But thank you. Thank you, Journey into Comics. You get all kinds of shows if you subscribe to us. Every day of the week there is a show, including Sunday.
Donate $1.
That's if you want it early.
Donate $3.
That's if you want bonus content on Patreon.
Donate $5.
That's coming later.
For $100, you get a silicone mold of Blaine's
My
dick.
asshole.
What
No.
if someone donates $100? We're gonna have to do this.
Yeah, we're
This
gonna
would be
do it.
fine with me.
So
I will. Hey, I'd be the first to donate $100.
So for $100, you get a silicone mold of Blaine's dick, and as a bonus, you get a silicone mold of my dick. His is the what you're paying for, and then mine's the
and for
tickler.
$275, you'll get a silicone mold of my asshole and my dick, both penetrable.
Jesus,
Oh my god!
you turn your dick into a fleshlight?
Absolutely.
But if that is all, please, every Wednesday on Facebook.com/Podcastrophe, you get Podcastrophe Live every Wednesday at 5:30, sometimes 6, somewhere around there. But you can check this episode out live, and every Thursday it drops on all those other services. So please
Unless you
check us out.
donate
Unless
to
you
the
donate.
Patreon, and then you get it early.
Yeah! But thank you guys so much. I'm kind of bummed Richard didn't sing this episode, but that's just how it goes.
Are we done? Because I can still sing.
Sing me something
Yeah.
real quick about Volkswagens.
Volkswagens. Okay. All right, hold on. I've got a bug, and it ain't my car. Oh, I've got a bug, and I'm going to the pharmacy to get myself some shampoo. I'll wash it off and it'll be through, but it still itches and I still scratch. I didn't know that Krabs was a ratch. I got a bug. That's all I got. I don't got nothing on that.
And if that is all, please, everybody.
Oh, subscribe, like, click, and remember, Podcastrophe!
Please make every day a big dick day.
Another big dick day, tickdowels.com. Heritage. Heritage. Heritage.
Bye, guys.
Woke up this morning with my dick in my hand. Girl is to the right of me, just like our plan. It's gonna be a